Hello, and welcome to Reserve Inspirations D&D, where my friends and I play a sci-fi homebrew version of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition for your entertainment. My name is Aaron, your Galaxy Master, and I am joined this evening by my friends and players. We have a lot of them today, so be prepared. We have John, we have Kayla, we have Christina, Lauren, Mike, Priya, and of course, Sarah. So I don't want to waste any time with an obnoxious amount of announcements today. We don't need to. So pretty much what I want to say today is our special Reserve Inspirations D&D and the Adventures of Plonk crossover episode. And again, like I said, I don't want to waste any time with a lengthy opening, so I'm just going to run through a brief list of announcements, and they are as follows. New episodes, Fridays at 7 p.m. Patron on Patreon, Saturday at 10 a.m. View on YouTube, Tuesday at 10 a.m. Adventures of Plonk, Wednesdays at 7 p.m. 2 episodes left. Subscribe on Twitch and YouTube. Discord, join to talk about Reserve Inspiration or D&D in general. Follow us on social media to keep up to date. And finally, Priya, I want to hear your space fact. And unfortunately, this is your last space fact.
I don't know if that torch is going to be carried on after I step back, but for today.
Oh, it will. It will.
Okay. All right.
Oh, we are carrying it on, girl. It's getting.
Glad to hear it. But yeah, so I've talked a lot about like weird planets that are out there in the past. So today I'm here to tell you that it is estimated that there's 100 billion planets in just the Milky Way alone. And according to a study that was published last year in the Astronomical Journal, it concludes that roughly 300 million of them might be suitable for life. So yeah, we might not be alone in this here galaxy.
There's no way we're alone. Come on now. All right. Well, thank you very much, Priya, for that final space fact from you. We will be doing a rotation, I believe, between our remaining players afterward for space fact. So, but I think for now, it's time to jump into a recap. So I will take care of that situation. Well, last time on Reserve Inspirations D&D and the Adventures of Plonk, Plonk, along with help from her new friends, Cal, Tagartha, Bernadette, and Belora, defeated 3 out of 4 elemental titans, gaining their essence and releasing it back into the elemental chaos where it belongs. Currently, en route to the Feywild, Plonk and company prepare to do battle with the Air Titan and restore balance to the elemental planes of the galaxy. Meanwhile, Minerva and her team, consisting of Zanesi, Tita, Zaxa, Emmy, Modi, Kubrick, and Gherkin, have been trying to save Gherkin's wife, Nulgatame, who has been picked up by Gith slavers. After many mishaps and complications, Emmy and Zanesi took to the stand and attempted to persuade the Gith tribunal that slavery is barbaric and unnecessary. They were getting through to the council members when Rat Trap began to release the enslaved mind flayers, who immediately took to attacking the tribunal. In the confusion, Emmy and Zin escaped and headed to the prison blocks to release their friends. What they didn't know was an escape attempt was already underway. The party escaped their own imprisonment with the help of Kubrick and his secret. Come to find out, Kubrick was a cursed copper dragon, and at Kubrick's behest, Zaxa killed him, releasing him from the curse, and then had Modi revive him, or revivify him, into his huge dragon form. Now having a dragon, the tides turned in the party's favor. Unfortunately, in the process, Gherkin was felled, leaving an already disturbed Nulgatame a widow. As they escaped, hundreds of other prisoners were released and are now running around the Unity, wreaking havoc or trying to escape on whichever ships they can find. And that's pretty much where we're going to be picking up today. We're actually going to start off with Plonk and her crew. So, Plonk, currently, where we last left off in the Adventures of Plonk, your team was in Bernadette's ship, which she actually stole from the Obsidian Order, Gherkin. And you are currently hovering at the outskirts of the Feywild planet. We're all kind of looking down at its beauty, how it's separated into 4 seasons, and it's visible from space. That one is kind of brownish, and one is full of life and greenery, where one is fully white. But yeah, so you as you see this, and the ship begins to get closer, Plonk, you feel this build up, almost as if you were really excited, maybe about to go on a roller coaster, and you get those butterflies in your stomach. And you feel like as the closer you get to your home world and the magical mystique of the Feywild, you feel the magic within your abilities that you had in the past begin to return to you. Things like that you haven't been able to do in quite some time on your own. With that being said, you or anyone else, Cal, Tagartha, anything you would like to do?
Am I still driving the ship at the time?
No, this is Ballura's ship. She is flying it. She only let you get through the lightning. That's about it.
And you did.
Yep. But yeah, so you can feel this connection, and it's a connection almost with your people. You can feel this powerful, almost like telepathy link come back, as if there were others of your kind around. And it's also like your senses and abilities have been heightened and honed. So, what would you all like to do?
I'm gonna look out the window and try to like feel where we need to go and everything. But
well, first off, give me a charisma check. See if you can hone in on where this creature may appear.
Beep boop bop. That was dumb. I was on the page that I needed to be at.
Oh no.
12 plus 3, 15.
Okay. You feel a slight tug, and it feels almost though you're not getting necessarily a seasonal area. It's almost as though you're getting pulled back home. But as you know, your home is
Destroyed.
Yeah, it's ash. But
Yeah.
you seem to be getting a tug in that direction.
Okay. I'm gonna not necessarily like consciously try my telepathy, but I'm just going to like think in my head like I need to tell Ballura to go towards that way.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, and not but maybe now I'm assuming you're probably in the lounge area, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any windows in the lounge?
Yeah, there's little like porthole type windows that you can look out.
So yeah, I'm probably like I'm like in that area, like looking out the windows to like try to pinpoint where we need to go.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, after you kind of do that, a few moments later, the door to the cockpit. Did you just try to message me in my head? Did you try to talk to me? It's creepy. Not gonna lie.
What?
I don't know. I heard you in my head. I don't know if that's a thing that you can usually do.
I didn't know. Usually I can only do that when the creator is here, but I didn't try to do that. I was just thinking about telling you something.
Well, that's a bit odd, but okay, you get the coordinates, so I can definitely head down to where you're pointing out. Don't do that again. And she just kind of goes. The door closes.
Okay, now that I know that I can do it again, I'm gonna do it to Cal.
To Cal, okay. Sure. Cal, you're sitting on one of the lounge couches, kind of just, picking at your feathers maybe, or whatever, shining your armor or something.
Using one shield to polish the other shield. It's about the intelligence level. I have like a polishing stone in between them, and I'm just grinding them on each other. Like it's the most efficient way to do this.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
I'm going to, almost in a whisper in the back of his mind, go, dragon chess.
You hear that, Cal?
Just like without even stopping, he's just gonna go, Tagartha, we should play some dragon chess.
And I'm like, I see myself, like, I see Plonk like standing at the window, just like over at Cal, like watching and waiting for the reaction that I want.
So yeah, Tagartha, you obviously hear Cal say that. You're in the
I'll
room.
probably be like, okay.
All right, so the two of you start setting up.
Be like,
I forgot about that.
be like, yes, and then run to my room,
Okay.
like in private.
Yeah, you run off. Tagartha and Cal can set up the board, begin to play. And Bernadette is in the cockpit with Ballura at the moment, so you're kind of left to your own devices in your room. Well, I should say room, in your like tube.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll go to my thing, and I'll be sitting there, and I'm gonna kind of like. Do I have room to like pace back and forth?
No, it's you slide yourself into a tube. It's literally how
right.
there's like a small corridor area where all of those tubes are. You can pace back and forth in that.
Okay, yeah, I'll go. I'll do that. I'll be like pacing back and forth, and I'm thinking about like, I wonder if it'll work. Like if I message them, I hope that it works if I message them, and then I'm going to crawl into my tube and lay down and close my eyes, and then like, I guess start like my message.
Yeah, sure.
Then I'm gonna say, this message is for Tita, Minerva, and Zaxa.
The elemental chaos is being reformed. Minerva, remember the Earth Titan that we destroyed when we found the Halo ship? Well, that was the first one to go back in. Now we got fire, and I'm leaving the 7th layer of hell where I captured the water elemental's essence. The coffee down there was awful, and it was decaf. No point in it at all. But the only other option was fire water, and I wasn't drinking that. Anyways, all I have left to do is defeat the Air Titan, and that's the most exciting part. I'm going to the Feywild. If you guys are nearby, we should meet up. I made some new friends that are helping me. Tagartha, the gold dragonborn metallurgician, and Cal, the Aarakocra shield protector. He has no wings. I also met the ancient gold dragon named Aurum, and he told us about all the other ones, and the copper dragon was named Kuprum. It reminded me of Kubrick. Weird, right? You'll never guess who saved me. Bernadette. She was asking about you, Tita. I never thought I would see her again. And Zaxa, I'm sorry I had to leave you without saying goodbye. I miss you all so much. I can't wait to see you all again. You can respond with 20 words each. Okay, bye!
She tears up a little bit. And she says, I am so proud of you, Plonk. And we'll get some better coffee next time I see you.
Plonk, I hope you're okay. I miss you. When are you coming back? What's Bernadette up to? I love you.
It's all right, Plonk. You're doing your best. And funny thing about Kubrick. That's it.
All right, and that's what you hear. That's what you get for responses from Minerva, Tita, and Zaxa. Take that information how you will. If you'd like to send more messages, you have the ability.
Yeah, I wanna say like back. I wanna say stuff back to all of them.
Sure. Hope everyone's listening. Be prepared because she will come to you soon.
I'm gonna start with Zoxa, because he's like he was like, when he said the funny thing about Kubrick,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be like, wait, what about Kubrick? Is it because he's acting weird? Because he's weird, right? And then she's gonna say, like, I love and miss you too, Tita. I'm okay, but I'm not coming back. I need you to meet me where we're going. Yeah, I'm gonna say that.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, I can't wait to get better coffee with you, Minerva. And I'm gonna say, I'm sending the coordinates to you now. Or I'll have them send the coordinates to you. How about that?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've been on the gun 792. You have the code for that, so you can definitely have Ballora and Bernadette send that.
Yeah.
Plonk, you send this message, and you sit there for a moment waiting for the response. And to get that response, we are going to jump over to the other group. Boom, here's the other group. Look at that. Everyone is here. It's so wonderful. In your situation, however, it's slightly different than Plonk's. Plonk seems to be in kind of a peaceful state. She's getting her abilities back, whereas everyone else is, under siege. You've got Kubrick in his dragon form, kind of outstretching the length of his body up through a hole he made in the lift, allowing prisoners to climb and get out. These prisoners are then running around causing havoc throughout Unity. They are smashing windows, and the police are trying to stop them. There's tackling some civilians, or some prisoners are hijacking Gith fighter pods, and they're fighter ships, and they're flying out and shooting. You can see, looking out the windows, there's small, tiny explosions all around that big bubble-like structure that encompasses the entire ship. And you can now see the Gith are starting to take their ships, and they're firing at the prisoner ships, and it's crazy at the moment. But you are all down below. You're kind of hurrying the prisoners through. Minerva, you and Greyhawk were just arguing about the red-faced creature who's on the ground, like blinded at the moment. And I believe Zoxa and Tita, you have Noga team over your shoulder still. Zoxa, you're out in the hall with them as well. And yeah, Zin and Emmy have just come down the lift right before all this happened and saw this craziness. One thing I will mention is you do begin to start hearing ironclad footsteps, quick pace coming from far down the hallway toward you. But with that being said, well, what are you doing right now? And if everyone's muted, you could unmute. I don't know if anyone is, but.
Right.
There's a lot of things going on right now.
I'm gonna turn to Vanessa and say, I feel like this got away from us somewhere.
This probably got away from us, let's see, like 5 episodes ago. I don't know, I guess because we hear the footsteps coming, so I'm going to turn to Min and be like, listen, I want this guy to die as much as you do, but if we don't get out of here, we're never getting out of here.
And Min, as you kind of turn to Zin as she says this, that creature slams something on his chest and disappears.
Coward. All right, let's go.
Yeah, so Zox, I believe you were the last one with the chip letting people out of prison. I believe you let a group out and then gave it to them to tell them to start doing the same. And everyone started passing out chips and weapons and whatnot. So at this point, you see large crowds of people coming through. Tita, give me, as people are filing through, climbing up Kubrick's back and neck and everything, give me a perception check.
Percept? What is my percept? Oh, I have a whole +2. Yay me. 17 +2, so 19.
Yeah, so as everyone's kind of climbing by and climbing up, you still have an Olga team over your shoulder. You're kind of looking back and forth, not sure what to do. That red-faced creature just booked it, invisible. You notice a group of Thrycrean that are starting to exit the room. And one by one, they start coming out in a single file. And then you squint a little bit and you notice, you see your father there.
Great. Of course, because we're under. This is the perfect time for family reunion.
Yeah. Oh, and shortly after he steps out and kind of like looks around, making sure it's safe, a small girl walks out behind him, a small female Thrycrean.
Okay.
And for those of you who have not seen a female Thrycrean, doesn't look necessarily specifically like Tita. The arms are kind of, there are still 4 arms, but 2 of them look regular like Tita's, whereas the 2 larger ones are kind of like praying mantis arms. They kind of bend weird and have spikes on the edges along the inner part. Yeah, the small girl steps out, and then behind her, you see a couple more familiar faces as well. You see your granddad, you see your aunt, Rita, and of course, your father, T-Tip, and your sister, Titua. So they kind of come out, and there's a bunch of other Thrycrean with them, but you don't recognize anyone else.
Are they coming like in my direction, or they're going out and going away from me?
No, yeah, it looked as though like they came out of that room that everyone else, not you, but everyone else was imprisoned in. They kind of look out and they look to the left, which is where you are. Your whole group, the destruction and the dragon and just everything. And they look like real nervous about the dragon at first. But they start to kind of come out as they see other prisoners climbing to get out. They go, oh, I guess we're going to do the same. And they begin to walk. They don't seem to notice you, though.
And of course, I'm still holding what's her face, which I would like to just drop her, but that seems mean. So, like, just out of like kind of shock, I feel like I would be like, what? And just, and I certainly can't hand her over to Zaxa because he'll just collapse. So.
On my wheelchair.
Not because I'm exhausted, just because it's me.
Just because it's you, right?
The exhaustion isn't helping.
Wait, so you said they are kind of coming in our direction-ish because that's the way that everyone else is going?
Yes, yeah. You can, like I said, you can hear ironclad boots coming in your direction as well. That's way behind them.
I will, I will, I guess maybe sort of step towards them and just like shout, like try to get their attention to see if they can notice me or if they will like come over to us or whatever.
Yeah, what would you like to say?
Oh Jesus. I don't know. My goodness, he's like completely taken by surprise. He's probably just gonna yell, "Hey!"
I will see if they notice your hey. So your dad, still looking around, doesn't seem to pick up on your voice per se.
Okay.
But the little girl, she kind of like looks up and looks around. She goes, Tita? And the dad's like, sorry, dear, but you know, Tita isn't around anymore. And he begins to kind of like bring her toward where the dragon is. And she's like, Tita. And he kind of like turns and he's like, his face just overwhelmed, like with confusion and just.
All right, so I probably will nicely put Noel down to not be a dick, and then I will run. Yeah, just like get off, and then I will
nicely. Yeah.
I will. No, I'm gonna do it nicely, and then I will like run over and just like embrace, if possible, my father, I guess.
Oh yeah, he'll give you a big hug back. Tita, how is this? Where have you been?
What are you guys doing here? What? Come with us. Where are you going?
Wow, truly fallen from the same tree.
Well, it's a long story, but I'll tell you once we're out of here, of course. Where are we going?
I don't know. We're just trying to get back on our ship and leave.
Good, you have a ship. We don't. Can we come with you?
I'm gonna say yeah.
Good. Then let's go. And he kind of like holds your sister Titua close.
Okay.
The family resemblance is
Can I,
uncanny.
I'm gonna pet her little head. Can I?
She just smiles with like, she's got tears in her eyes, and you can see them kind of like your dad's eyes are watering up as well. Your grandfather, Tisa, comes over and he puts his hand, one of his 4 hands on your shoulder. He's like, I knew you'd survive, Tita. You're a strong one. And he kind of like gives you like a tough.
I'm like, whoa.
Now,
He's old and gangly, but he's still like almost knocking me over. I was kidding.
I'm assuming you start helping them up Kubrick's back.
Yes.
Spines to,
Well,
like, grab
and
onto
I
it.
still have to go pick up Noel, but yes, I'm not going to leave her there. I
Okay.
will assist them and pick her back up.
Now, obviously, you all see this happen. You see Tita with his family as everything else is going on. What are you all doing at the moment?
I'm gonna turn to Zen and just say, do you need a hand going up?
That's a good question. So with my chair,
Yes.
if I use the hover feature, does that make it so I can just kind of like, or is that like?
I would say you wouldn't be able to necessarily hover, like to hover drive up him, but with the hover is kind of like a levitate. So what you can do is you can have someone pull you, and it's going to be like pulling a balloon almost. Well, you're obviously a little bit heavier than a balloon, but it's as if you weigh almost nothing.
All right, cool. So she'll like press the button on her chair and she'll be like, can you just like, just pull me up there?
Yeah, of course.
I'm right behind you, man. And you can see Modi's like getting him. He's like looking to try to see the best route to kind of climb up Kubrick's back. Zoxa, what are you doing?
Well, it's clearly time to get out of here. So, where is Greyhawd right now?
Greyhawd is kind of he's kind of got his arms all angry off to the side and disgruntled because what he thought was his way off this ship is now gone.
You're either coming with us or you're staying here. Decide now. And I'll just turn and start like ushering other slaves up the dragon's back, which is a weird sentence.
Well, I need you, so probably just gonna have to come with. I gotta find my brother first. Can you send me the coordinates?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
of course.
And he hands you some type of chip that you can transmit coordinates to him with, and he's like, "I'll find my brother, and I'll meet you wherever you're going." He's
Good
like,
luck.
"Come on, dwarves!" And the dwarves that he had originally spoke to begin to climb up and follow him to his rig.
Come on, dwarves.
As we're climbing, can I yell over to Tita? Like, I don't know if we're on different parts of the dragon or not, but I have a question for Tita.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I just want to ask, Tita, have you seen number 1 around? He left our cell a while ago, and he hasn't been back yet.
And before Tita can respond, Nolga team, she just looks up with you with blank eyes. The darkness took him.
Cool.
Tita, what does she mean by that?
I didn't actually see though, right? I just saw him like as the
You didn't see,
and then
when you were running down the hall, you had her kind of over your shoulder,
Yeah.
so she was looking back, so she could kind of see what was going on.
but then I
You
just saw the
looked back
black
a few times,
cloud
and,
thing.
yeah, you saw a shroud of darkness, and that darkness was just pummeling these
Okay.
guys around. But then the darkness ended, and you could just see a lump in the distance of the hallway, and one of the Gith was running down the hallway toward you after that.
Okay. Yeah, man, he didn't make it out. He definitely saved us for sure, but I didn't see what happened. He was there and then he was just gone.
You're positive we can't find him before we leave?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, and at this point, Noel just seems like she almost passes out after saying that. She just kind of passes out over your shoulder, Tita. Anyone else? Emmy, Zin, anything else you want? I know Minerva's pulling you up the dragon's back right now, Zin. Oh, Morticia is there, and she's like, My ship can only carry 2, but I'm willing to take someone with me if you'd like.
Who's that to? Is that to me or to someone else?
I would say I would say to the 2 of you, because and kind of she's looking at Nolga team as she's kind of directing what she's saying to you. So.
Well, I mean, we've got our own ship. We can send you the coordinates to where you can meet us if you want. The rest of us could travel together.
Very well. Just remember, you're our little deal. And she kind of points to your arm, where there's that little cut on the back of your hand or your wrist.
Yeah, I know. No, don't worry about it.
And she gives like just a half smile and then begins to climb up the thing. She looks real bad though. She looks real hurt. But yeah, everyone begins to climb up Kubrick. The prisoners, they're all helped up. You do see a bunch of soldiers coming in as they're charging toward Kubrick down below. Whoever was like the last one on his back, he just kind of tilts his head down and brings it around, looking in their direction. And not acid this time, but there's almost, it looks kind of like that heat wave kind of look where the horizon of the air is distorted. A wave of energy just flies out, and then out of nowhere they all just begin to slow down as they're running toward him, and he just kind of turns back and says, I think it's time for us to make our escape.
Oh my God. While Emmy's like climbing up him, can she, and if she sees this, she just wants to like tap him and just say, Cooper, best long-term prank ever. Then just keep going.
Yeah, he'll give a little dragony grin and then trying to up into the upper level, pulling you with him, Emmy. At this point, you didn't see any other prisoners down below except for the ones, Tita, that were in your cell block area in the like the silent and dark area. There were a bunch of those mind flayers, but you never released them. Other than that, all the other prisoners have been released, with everyone smart thinking of sending other prisoners with chips to go let the rest out. So as you all get to this first main level of the Unity, pandemonium, and I don't mean to say that because Tita's family's here, but pandemonium is taking place everywhere. You see civilians and prisoners tackling guards. Now mind flayers are making their way down the lift shaft into the main area, and they're just mind stunning people.
Epic battle montage is happening.
Yeah, there's all kinds of things. I'm assuming
there's a guy on fire.
Yeah,
literally, there's a guy on fire. Kubrick, as he kind of climbs up, he's like, well, let's see if I have this ability. And he focuses for a second and back down into his ASMR form. He's like, all right, guys. Probably
Not
get
with the hat, dude.
It was just the dragon, and the hat just appeared back on.
The hat polymorphed with him, and then
the hat is part of just like fall off of his back, like when he transforms back into his
like his tail just grabs it and kind of carries it around with him until he turns back.
And the hat had like a little string, but it's like
like a pull toy. It just
Zin, as you're getting pulled up through the hole, and Minerva's kind of like situating your chair to get you back into place, over her shoulder, popping out of like the corner of just like a an alleyway kind of corner, just like a little blue, and you see just the face of Rat Trap pop out, gives you a wink, and then back.
Was it the mechanical eye or the regular eye?
It was the mechanical eye gave the wink. Yeah.
Oh, that was so cool.
She's like,
right.
Do it again.
As Morticia gets up, she heads to the left, but you all know that your ship's to the right. So what's the plan? There are guards around. Some, they see you coming up, and a few start to head in your direction. What's the plan, guys?
Where is Greyhod's ship?
Greyhod, him, the dwarves, you caught him kind of late, maybe like the last second. You see him go to the left as well.
Okay. He knows where he's going.
Yeah.
Should we not just make a break for it? Like,
that is exactly what we should do.
All right.
Yeah.
Good call.
A little tired after that climbing, but I think I can muster the strength to get to the ship.
I don't know if I can. Someone needs to help me.
I can only carry one person at a time.
One person can sit on my lap.
Zoc, so let me help you out. And he kind of like puts one of your arms over his shoulder and starts walking with you.
I will wholeheartedly accept that.
He actually gets a halfway decent roll to help you along. You're not moving at half speed, and he's not moving at full speed. It's kind of in between your half speed.
Oh, where's your matching hats?
I know, matching hat.
Aw.
So Coop's helping you along. Modi's hobbling. Tita's got Noel over his shoulder and ushering his family through the halls. Zin, yes.
If Nova Team is slowing him down, she can hop on with me if she's just going to be like a limp body.
Yeah, if you want to do that, Tita, you can definitely put the body on Zin.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
just
Lay the unconscious, passed out body of
Yeah, I'll just
Noel right on Zin. And
I'll
yeah,
just chuck it and catch.
yeah, and Zin, it doesn't really slow you down too much, like a little bit, because it's more weight on the chair, but it's you got a decent pace going.
That's right.
Minerva, are you just charging forward?
Yeah, I would like to be in front of people, so that way if like any guard comes towards us, I just have my sword and I'm ready.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're ready to go. As you go, they're coming from in front of where you are. You see a slew of guards coming, and they're just hitting anyone that's trying to push by them and get to the ships. They're just trying to knock anyone down. You see two guards kind of standing in front of the bay. What would you like to do? They're Gith Yankee, and they're wearing the red emblem colors.
And they're just like they're attacking anyone.
Essentially, they're not even like, they're obviously trying to knock people out, but if someone gets by, they just let them get by because there's so many trying to get through. They're just trying to stop as many as they can from getting through.
Okay. Does it look like any of them are like directly in our way, or can we like?
Oh no, they are blocking. They're doing their best to block the door. The prisoners are kind of choked into a small passageway that they have to try to get through to get to the bay. And these two guards are there just kind of slashing at people, hitting them.
All right. I mean, yeah, I'll fight the first one I come across then.
Sure. Yeah. Give me you have 2 attacks.
It depends. Are we considering this like
New combat? Yes.
actual combat?
Roll. If you want to use your 3rd attack, because you can do that when we start combat, yes.
Okay. Because if it's like technically the first round of a combat, I'll have 4 attacks.
Or then you get 4 attacks.
Amazing. Wonderful. How many guards are there?
2.
Okay. All right. So I'll make
one of the orcs kind of tries to push through, and just a big down the side, and the orc falls to the ground. And he kind of looks up ready for the next one.
All right. Yeah, I'll make 2 attacks against each of them then, if I can.
Okay, so you just charge in, just swinging, just wildly swinging. Go for it.
All right. First one, 16 plus 7.
Hits.
Second one, 11 plus 7.
Hits. Well, roll damage for the first 2 because you might take them out. You can have that roll, just save it because it looks good. But
yeah, all right. Okay. All right.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, you're bloodied too, right?
No, I used my hit die on the short rest, so I'm back at full now.
Oh wow. Okay.
I used all my hit die, but yeah. Okay. All right. So the first one is going to take the first one's going to take 18 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Still up, but barely.
Yeah. All right. And then the second one, I rolled a nat 20 and a 14 plus 7 to hit.
18 was the total of both the first attacks?
Yeah, the total of both.
Okay. So then on the other one, natural 20, I'm not even going to make you roll that. That with a second hit is going to kill the guy. So there's one guy barely standing against you, and he has stopped trying to hit anyone else trying to get by. He's fully focused on you at this point. He's going to try to swing in. What's everyone else doing? You're kind of all bunched up behind Minerva at the moment. This guy tries. He tries hard, real hard, but nothing happens. You just ting ting parry both of his attacks.
Is there a rock on the ground I can see, or some kind of object weighing?
Make a perception check.
5 pounds.
Make a perception check. Yeah.
So I'm gonna add myself a little if there.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
No, you're Zoxa, you're looking around, you're exhausted, you're trying to find something, and you are just not finding any debris, which, you know, I'm sure there is some. But
It's too much work. I can't.
Oh, was that with disadvantage? Not that it matters because it was a 1, but
I mean, it wasn't, but I mean, technically, yeah, it would have been. I could roll anything else and I'd still get a 1.
I just want to see if you roll another 1 because that would be amazing.
No, I rolled a 19.
Oh,
Oh.
very well then.
All right. Well, since
Wait.
that, can I cast Frostbite on this fool?
Yeah. Yeah. Is that a con save for me?
Yes, sir.
Failure.
Yeehaw. All right. Let's see. 2d6. Wait, shit.
Oh, Kayla has,
She froze.
Oh no.
the guy has 4 hit points, so I have a feeling she's gonna kill it.
That's,
Are
Get
you-
it? Frostbite.
Wait, you froze for a second. We didn't catch any of what you got.
You were
so-
trying to freeze him and you froze yourself.
It
So
was too powerful.
She's still all twitchy. Did she say what she got? Because I couldn't hear her. She did.
I didn't hear it.
I also did not.
Well, she rolls at this level. She rolls 2d8, I think, for that. So chances are, with 4 hit points, that guy's going down. And if not, Min's gonna slash him on her way by.
it was 8.
Eight.
Eight,
Got
okay.
Points of damage. Yes. Min, you're about to take one final slash at this guy, and you just see his entire body from feet to head just frost, and he just falls over, frozen.
When he falls over, does he shatter?
It's highly unlikely since it's such a low level spell, but we'll roll. We will roll for sure. Oh dear. I lost percentile die over here. Oh no. Doesn't shatter. He just hits the ground.
That was still really cool though. So like I look back at Zin and I give her like a smile and a nod.
Yeah. All right. Now you guys all charge into the bay, and you can see the gun 792 gangway open, ready to go. You all start to charge toward it. And yes, Emmy.
I definitely didn't see my ship anywhere.
I was gonna say, did we forget that her ship was still there? Was it on the opposite side? Were we just gonna leave it? I was gonna mention that,
The
but
ship is not there. However, to fix a technical difficulty, we are going to pause momentarily. All right, we are back. Thank you for bearing with us with that technical difficulty. It's possible that could happen again, so we apologize, but we will, do our best to get right back into it. With that being said, I believe we left off with Minerva. Well, actually, Zin just finished off with her. What's a frost spell called there?
Frostbite.
Frostbite. She's frozen from frostbite. Dumb. Anyway, you all begin to charge into the bay. And you can see prisoners, just random people running to different ships. Some are taking off. People are leaving the ships they just tried and trying other ones. It's a big mess. You actually see a few prisoners run off your ship because they don't have the sequence chip. And they see you coming and they just kind of wide-eyed and scatter into another direction. But you all make your way to the ship unharmed, thanks to Minerva and Zanesi. You all board. Is there anything? Oh, actually, as you all board and you run up the gangway and you run down, and I'm assuming everyone's kind of charging to the lounge area / cockpit, so you guys can potentially get guns if you need to, or whatever the situation is. As you all run down there, I'm not even going to make you make a perception check because it's a big pile of stuff right in the center. But there's a big pile right in the center of the lounge, there's a big pile of items, which I will list off to you in a moment. But curled up on top of that is McDagger. And he, as you all room, he said, finally, you have all returned. Wait, it's been a while. I have many things to update you on, Emmy.
My baby. Running over to him.
And he'll just, lazily flap over to you and kind of perch on your shoulder. Kubrick immediately runs to the cockpit and begins getting the ship started up. What's everyone
But it
else?
was helping me walk.
Well, he got you into the ship and then he put you down. It was like someone else at Zoxa. I gotta get this thing going. But yeah, so he runs off. What's everyone else do? Modi's like out of breath.
I'm gonna put a hand on Modi's back and be like, "You still got it."
I guess.
Does Modi need healing?
Does Modi need healing? No, he's fine. He's exhausted because he's old. He like that run, climb and then run. It was a lot for him.
Okay, let me rephrase that. Does Modi need a nip?
It looks like he might need a nip with your passive insight.
Healing.
Yeah.
I'll do a little nip cheers with him.
Oh, thank you, Abby. I needed this. And he kind of cheers you, drinks it down. Oh, that's good. And then the ship. Whoa. Tita, you and your whole family, well, your 4 members of your family and the rest of the like 20-something Thrycrean that are with you all start to charge
Why
on.
do we took that many people? Jesus. It's like standing room only. I'm like, oh, excuse me, find me.
They're all like kind of going down the hallway 2 by 2, and then they get to the lounge, and all of them standing there. It's pretty crowded in the ship for sure. But yeah, Kubrick begins to take off, and as the ship begins to lift off, and it starts to fly outside of the bay, you can see all around you. There's a huge space battle going on. There's a ton of the Drudger fighter pods being flown by prisoners, destroying the defender ships and the artillery ships. But of course, they're firing back. It's just chaos all over the place. What would you like to do? Oh, actually, sorry. It's at this point, my apologies. It's at this point that Minerva, Tita, and Zoxa, you hear once again in your head a response from Plonk. And hopefully you remember what it was said, because but you all hear this. There was like a distinct message for each of you. Plonk, if you just from the silence, this ether, because we can't see you at the moment, would you like to just a brief like reiteration?
Perfect. We can't see her. It'll just be as it is in real life. We just
exactly.
Oh, you want me to say like
just reiteration.
I don't remember what I said.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Just like think about, I think you told Minerva you were going to get a better cup of coffee with her.
Yeah, I told Zoxa that or I asked Zoxa like, what about Kubrick?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
What about Kubrick? Is it because he's acting weird? He's weird, right? and then it was like, love and miss you, Tita. I'm okay. I'm not coming back. I need you guys meet me.
That's right.
And I can't wait to get better coffee with Minerva. And I'm having them send over the coordinates to them.
So you guys all hear this in your heads. If you want to reply again, you got like 20 words ish.
See you soon.
Absolutely. Meet you there.
Zoxa?
Just dragon. He's a dragon. I mean, he's a dragon. That's what I mean.
So we're gonna jump back over to Plonk real quick as you guys what's going on at the moment. Plonk, those are the replies that you get.
Dragon? And then it's all going to click, and my my brain explodes, and I'm like, and I want to like jump out of my pod and run to Gartha and Cal.
Sure. Yeah, so Gartha and Cal, the two of you, you're sitting down playing some dragon chess.
Yeah.
Both give me an intelligence check real quick.
Yes. Favorite part of this game. Oof. Okay.
18 plus 1, 19.
Well, that's 12 minus 1.
So Plonk, you come running in, almost knocking over their game. A quick glance down, Tagartha's definitely winning.
Wait. She almost knocks the over the game. I want to slide a hand, reset the board.
Okay.
Oh, that's cocked. Hold on. Well, that's an 8.
Oh.
Yeah, so you like, she almost knocks it over and the table kind of jiggles and you go to grab the table to pretend like you're saving it, and then you use one wing to try to like, or one hand to try to like move a couple pieces. Tagartha, make a perception check as your attention is kind of turned to Plonk.
17 plus 0, 17.
Yeah, you look quick at Plonk, and then out of the corner of your eye, you see Cal like quickly moving pieces around on the board.
Hey.
Plonk, what is it?
I'm gonna run up to them. No context. Like there's no context to this, and just go, Kubrick's a dragon!
I'm just gonna be like, a dragon?
Just blank stares.
Like they have no idea who Kubrick is.
Who and what?
So remember when Aurum was telling us about the different like ancient dragons and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I remember he said one was named Kuprum.
Yes.
Wait.
Well, so our pilot that we had, really annoying, his name was Kubrick. And he was like really weird, and nobody knew why he was so weird, but then it all makes sense now. Not that he's a dragon. Not that he's a dragon, but it makes sense that like he was acting so weird because nobody knew he was a dragon.
Just blank stares.
Dumbfounded.
Still doesn't know who Kubrick is.
The door to the cockpit opens. Sorry, did I hear that correctly? Did you say your pilot is a dragon? That's Bernadette.
Oh, you remember who Kubrick is?
Oh, I do, yes.
Kubrick's the dragon.
That's impossible.
No,
He's useless.
no, Zoxa told me.
I don't believe it. Not unless I see it myself. I'm not going to believe it.
She sounds crazy. She's like, no, Zoxa told me in my head.
Well, Plonk, all of that aside, we are nearing the landing zone to the coordinates that you gave us. It seems that it's pretty warm here, which is quite nice.
And I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Okay. Yeah, well, it takes
Still
some time.
freaking out about the dragon, just like
Yeah, I'm still like, oh, I want to tell Bernadette that that they're gonna meet us there.
Oh, does that mean I will be seeing Tita and Emmy?
I don't know about Emmy, but Tita said he was coming.
You hear a little chuckle from the cockpit. That's not Bernadette.
The
Yeah, she's like,
Laura's like,
"Ooh,
you're
lovely.
in
Quite the event, huh?" All right. Anything else that you want to talk about before you land in the Feywild?
I want to let them know how I got where I am and what all is happening, and I'm going to say like we can't, no matter what, we can't go to the spring area.
I suppose that's fine, since I prefer the heat anyway.
Yeah, it's just it won't be good for me. So
Very well. We will steer clear. So it's kind of odd as you are getting closer and closer, moving through the atmosphere. It's the magic of the Feywild is having some effects on the ship. Power's fluctuating. Sometimes it ramps up like crazy, and then sometimes it fluctuates almost to nothing, and you're like putting along. I'm gonna make a check for Belora's landing. It's good. When you're about maybe 100 or so feet from the ground, all power just cuts and the ship plummets. Rolled a 1 on that, so
The ship gets an if.
yeah, ship gets an if. The Belora hits the button on the door. She's like, "Everyone buckle!" Oh, sorry, everyone buckle in now.
I'm just gonna buckle it and be like, start trying to grab all the pieces.
Everyone make an initiative check. It has to be higher than 10, otherwise you're not strapped in when it hits.
And what check was it again?
Initiative. Should be at the top kind of center area.
Right next to armor class.
What's your dexterity? Because it's the same thing.
I got a 7 + 2.
7 + 2, 9. Okay. Plonk?
8 + 3, 11.
11. Cal?
14 plus 0.
Okay. Plonk and Cal, the two of you are able to jump into a couple of the strap seats, the seats that have the seat belts. You kind of pull the seat down, strap it in, and then Tagartha, you're just so large, you're slow getting up, and you got to try to get over there lumbering, and then just you're going to suffer some damage as you go flying forward and slam into the cockpit door. That's gonna be 21 points of bludgeoning damage as you get thrown forward and just slam into the cockpit doorway.
Oh god.
But Plonk and Cal, you in your seats, and you just slam into that ground. You can definitely hear parts like on the outside of the ship as it's like grinding to a halt in the grass, in the dirt. But yeah,
I can't do anything with my hit points
at the moment. No.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean in D&D Beyond?
Yeah. When I go to tap it, it doesn't allow me to decrease it or anything like that.
Interesting. I would say for now, just write it down.
Okay.
Keep track of it that way.
What was that again?
21, I believe I said. 21 points. But as you got a crash landing, you take a second. The ship is steaming in different spots, and there's like mists and stuff from different directions. But everyone is, for the most part, unharmed, minus Tagartha, who's kind of head over heels, upside down against the wall right now. But yeah, Plonk, what would you like to do as you land on your home planet?
Well, so we landed in my village, right?
Yeah, Belora used the coordinates that you got. I believe if I remember correctly, your farmhouse is kind of off the beaten path of the town. You're nearby, but it's kind of, its own little area. So you kind of slam down in one of the burnt fields over there, kind of near your old house.
Okay. I want to get out of the ship.
Sure. Yeah, Belora and Bernadette are doing the same. They're kind of getting up out of there. Well, I believe that could have been a better landing.
I'm gonna be like, don't you think?
I suppose next time I'm gonna have to let you do it.
Right.
So yeah, everyone. She kind of helps you up too. And as she grabs your hand to help you up, she's extremely strong for her size. Like she just lifts you right up, no problem. And you're heavy. You are big.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's very strong. She just lifts you right up. Everyone begins to make their way off. Cal, are you heading out as well?
Yes.
Okay. What you see as you kind of step out into this grass, it looks like the grass has definitely grown back since the fire, but there's just ruins of an old farmhouse, charred remains. There are a couple other smaller buildings that were near the house that look like they've also been burnt down to almost nothing. A lot of the fields look desolate as well. But the barn, which is maybe 150 feet, 200 feet from the farmhouse itself, seems to be intact and in good condition.
So sad.
So sad. But you all begin to exit Tagartha a little more beaten up than you're used to. But yeah, is there anything in particular that the group of you would like to do now?
I want to kind of lead everybody to the where the house was and everything, and just tell them about what happened.
As you're kind of leading them around, Bernadette goes with you, but Ballora stays behind to kind of assess the damage of the ship.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Do you need me to say everything? Or?
If you want to, give a description of kind of give them a little idea. You can even point out where you used to live inside the house, even though it's burnt. You can give them a little tour. Sure.
Okay. And be like, well, this was my house that I grew up in. This was our farm, and there used to be a tree over there that I used to hide in all the time and jump out onto my siblings.
Yeah, and that tree now it's there, but it's charred and pretty much petrified at this point. There's no leaves. The branches are all crisped.
Instead of there used to be a tree there, I'll say that tree. Yeah. And you said the barn is still kind of there?
The barn it's in decent condition. You left it 2 years, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And no one's touched it since, so it's just been kind of sitting there for a few years.
Okay.
The grass around it's definitely overgrown and kind of come up, covering the front door area. You eventually open it up and you get that that stale, moldy smell of wet hay. But yeah, your barn is intact.
Okay, I want to go in the barn and start setting up, basically making it so that it's a place where we can all sleep, and it's a place to to gather and talk and everything like that. And I guess I'll tell them the story about what happened to everything.
Okay, yeah, the story about the fire and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay.
While we're setting stuff up.
All right. Cal and Tagartha, is there anything that you want to say or do while Plonk's going through all this stuff about her old home and a story of what happened?
I'll help set things up. Get things ready for other people coming.
Yeah, so you get some of the old hay and kind of make little not bed rolls, but little areas for people to sleep.
Yeah.
You grab some old barrels and you kind of put them together and then put a large plank or an old door or something on top to make a table. But yeah, you can definitely use what you have to make makeshift stuff for sure. All right, and as you're doing that, you did get a reply from everyone. Plonk. As you're kind of setting things up, you hear in the back of your mind each one of them give that little reply that you heard earlier. Hopefully that we remember.
Yeah. Well, no, because I heard he's a dragon and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I freaked out.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you freaked out about the dragon, and then yeah. Okay.
I freaked out about it on the ship.
Yeah.
And so
Right.
and so I heard that they're meeting us there, so
Yep.
then I have to.
Yeah, and you had Ballora send the coordinates and whatnot.
Yeah.
So perfect. So yeah, you guys to start preparing. Town's not far if you wanted to grab some food and whatever else, but I'll let you decide while I go back to the other group what you'd like to have available for everyone at this little get together. So we're gonna jump back over to the other group. hello, everyone from this group. So
I'm still here.
me too. As you are all beginning to take off, you can see that there are fighter pods of both allies and enemies all around. And you can see that there are some small holes being made in the large protective force field bubble. But with the size of your ship, it might be a little difficult unless you do a little more work on them. But I will leave that to you. Kubrick is going to attempt to do some crazy flying to not get hit with stuff. He's okay at it this time. He's okay. Let me see if you get hit. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna turn to Zin and say, I think we need you in the engine room, and I'm going to start heading to the cockpit to be Kubrick's helmsman.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna go one of the guns in case we need to blast anything.
Sure.
Places, people, places.
Tita, was it? T2 was like, what should we do?
Where are they currently?
You guys are all kind of huddled in the lounge. Both gun spots are there. Actually, I think if I remember correctly, one of your guns is down, right?
One of them, yeah, I think one of them.
Yeah, your right one is down. You have the left one. So Minerva runs to the left one.
I will look at the huddled masses, I guess. Just stay here and make yourself comfortable. We got to make sure we can get out of here.
And your dad, T-Tip, we'll stay out of your way, Tita. It looks as though you've got this under control. And he kind of just takes Titua aside and he leaves you to what you need to do. So what would you like to do?
Well, what I really want to do is get a snack, but it's like a bad time for that. So
That's true, Tita. You haven't eaten in a while. It's been
very long time.
almost a day.
Emmy in like Emmy would probably be digging around in the snacks anyways.
Yeah. Well, if all right, so Minerva's going to the other gun thing.
He's going to the gun port. There is a pod available, a fighter pod, if you want to go into it.
I will get a snack and then go into the fighter pod.
All right. So as you and Emmy are heading to the kitchen to grab some quick snacks, your ship gets hit with a shot, and the whole thing just. I need.
Oh my God! It's the beginning of Farscape. Please, Emmy and I just crash into each other into the wall. It'll be so good.
I need everyone who's not sitting. So Zanessi's good. Zoxa's good because he got to the cockpit. Minerva, you would be standing at the gun. Everyone else needs to make a dexterity saving throw as your ship gets blasted in the whole
my
thing.
best one. Well, good thing there's a +5.
What'd you get, Tita?
I rolled an 8, so a 13.
13, okay. Emmy?
I too got a 13.
Oh, okay. Minerva?
7 + 7.
14, okay. That is
overachiever.
the
Right.
level of blast that was. The three of you are able to keep on your feet. Oh, Modi. I got to do Modi real quick.
Modi.
Natural 20 for Modi.
Of course, he had.
Yeah, it was the nip. It was the nip. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
the
he's getting a little tipsy from the nip, so he sways
Just
with
swayed
you
with it.
as it happens.
All right, but Emmy,
Oh.
Emmy wants to look at Tita and just say, "Round 2." Like
Always.
towards the fighter pod.
Yeah. The fighter pod that's left is on your left. Yeah. So you grab your snacks, you run back, you jump inside.
Yep.
I'm not even gonna make first off, who's flying and who's firing?
What did we do last time? You had to fly?
I think I was flying and you were firing.
No,
I don't know that
I was
Emmy
flying.
can fire.
No. What?
I don't know that Emmy
Oh,
knows
so
how to
then you were
fire.
flying and I was
can only
firing.
fly. That's right.
Okay.
Okay, if I remember correctly, Emmy, you are just barely able to fly, which means you have a +3.
Yeah.
And Tita, for the guns, I think you have 4?
I was gonna say that was 4 or 5. I thought.
Yeah, something like that. So here we go. Minerva, do you remember what you have on the guns?
I'm pulling up that spreadsheet right now.
I think it's a
don't
7.
remember.
I could be wrong, but I think it's a 7.
I will check.
All right, but anyway, you were all flying, and I need a couple shots fired from both Minerva and Tita. Give me a couple rolls. Let's see what we got. Emmy, give me a piloting check, please. That's +3.
What am I doing? A D20 +4, you said?
+5, because this is for the attack. So,
Oh.
no, yeah, it is your attack bonus, so it is 4.
19.
19. Okay, Emmy.
Okay, so in total, I rolled a 3, so I got a 6.
6.
And then I'm going to say, hold on. And like, pull out a nip and take one more nip.
I'm trying to shoot, and I'm like, whoa, because we're like all over the place.
Yeah, it's not a significant hit, Emmy, but one of the blasts from one of the fighter pods has a direct hit, and one of your engines it's trying to keep itself going.
Great.
So you're kind of like, you're losing altitude on the left side. You're starting to tilt. One of your engines is going. Tito, what were your blasts, your attacks?
I rolled, a 15 +4, so a 19.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot that I had to roll again. So then a 10 +4, so a 14.
Okay. Give me some damage. I think it's 3d10 each.
Each?
Same thing, Minerva. What'd you get?
How many times am I rolling?
2.
Okay. First one was a 10 +7. Second one, 17 +7.
Oh yeah, both of yours definitely hit.
Okay.
Yours are 4d10 because it's the main cannons. We got Teats.
15.
15 damage, yes. So you see after your engine gets hit, and you're like, and you can see smoke out of the port side of your like exhaust and whatnot out of the port side. You're like, oh, this is not going good. So you just aim your shots, and you see as you're firing, 2 of the red ones, the red fighter pods, just explode in midair.
I'm gonna high five, Emmy. Well,
Yeah.
high 3. I'm gonna high 3, Emmy.
High 3-er, yeah.
Throws her nip to the side.
All right, Minerva, how'd you do?
Get out of here.
How'd you do?
24 on the first shot, and 18 on the second shot.
Okay. With you rolled real high for one of the attacks. I think you got like a 24 in total.
Yeah.
With that one, you actually fire really far in a good arc, and you see it hit one of the defender ships, blasting a hole in the shield. The second one ends up, you see one of the artillery Gith flying right behind one of the ships are the drudger ones, but you can see clearly that it's not a Gith inside of it. It's maybe a dwarf or an orc or something. And you fire out at the artillerist and you see the prisoner just kind of give you a little like, thanks kind of thing out of the window.
Yeah, I just give him like a little back to him.
All right, so I'm gonna
yell up to the cockpit, Kubrick, I've got an opening in the shield.
All right, Kubrick. Yes, nice job, man. I see it. I'm heading that way. Then, as you're in the engine room, that hit that the ship took earlier, one of the systems gets knocked out, and you have to try to work on it. It looks as though the lights in the ship are now kind of flickering, and it's becoming dark in the ship, which means you're going to have a hard time unless you have some type of light to fix it. So what would you like to do?
Here's the thing, I don't have my Tinker's tools anymore because I gave them to the mind players. So I don't know. I'm gonna see if maybe I can because I have the light cantrip, so I don't know if I want to take maybe I'll take a sticky note and just slap it on the wall and cast light on that, and then
There you go.
have that.
Yeah.
Just see.
Yeah. So trying to fix the engine area without the proper tools is going to be a disadvantage. So you have regular tools, wrenches and other things, but it's not the specific tools that you would need. So I'm going to need it's essentially, because you don't have the proficiency, it's just going to be a dexterity check, straight up dexterity check.
Let's pray, everybody. Okay. That's a 13.
13, that's not bad. You get utilizing the wrench, you're able to kind of tighten one of the sprockets that became loose. The lights flicker on, but they're still like every once in a while they flicker a bit. You don't think it's fully fixed, but for now it'll probably hold.
Okay. Was I able to hear when, Minerva was like, we have a hole we can go through? Like, could I hear all of that happening, or am I too far
I would
back?
say probably too far back. Yeah, unfortunately.
I know. I was gonna say, we have a little communicator
Are they
thing.
Yeah, if Min wants to use the communicator, she can. She didn't specify, so I didn't.
Well, if she's not using it, then I'm going to use it, and I'm going to say, what do we need?
There you go. If anyone wants to reply, go for it. Otherwise, I'm going to need another full round of checks, the same checks that you just did, to escape the bubble. No one's replying to you, Zin. There's just leaving it wide open.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm reading the helmsman's actions. I want to see what I can tell her to do.
Oh yeah, I'm deferring to Zoxa. I know that I don't know what to tell her, and I know that Zoxa probably will. So.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I can give you speed, weapons, or shields.
I think speed is what we need here.
All right, so speed is increased by 2 hexes on the pilot's turn.
All right.
No, that's an Arcana check.
Yes.
That's an Arcana.
Arcana check. Again, it's going to be a disadvantage because you don't have the right tools, though.
Yoki doke.
And then Zoxa, you looked and you just said shields. You don't have to make checks at the moment, unless you want to.
That is true. I would like to put our front shields as high as they can, so we can just zip through straight.
Yeah. So we're gonna see if how Zin does.
That was an 11. I don't know if that does it. Oh wait, was it? Yeah, it was.
I would say it's not going to fully. Again, you're having some issues with some cross wiring. It seems. I would say the ship definitely speeds up, just not as much as you were hoping.
Rats.
Yeah, so probably 1 extra hex instead of 2. Zoxa, you said you wanted to try to do a similar thing. You want to try to push all the shields to the front, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you do. Make an investigation check.
I will do this. Okay, we're doing this one. I'm not rolling great today. There's still 8 plus 6. It's still 14.
14. Okay. Yeah. It's not like you haven't done this before. This is you're easily able to move control from or power from the port and starboard shields as well as the aft right to the front of the ship. Perfect. So I need Kubrick to make a piloting check.
On Dragon Boy.
Pretty good. Pretty damn good. Emmy, same thing. Piloting check for the pod.
19.
19. Okay.
Better this time.
Yeah.
Plus 3, right?
It is, yeah. So for you, after that first hit, you don't think that this pod is going to be able to sustain another hit that hard. So you decide to start making crazy maneuvers to avoid all shots. And you're just all over the place. So Tita, Emmy's doing a great job avoiding being shot, but she's making it harder for you to fire on the enemies. So I need, you get a -2 to each of your attack rolls.
Okay. I'm doing that now.
Yes, please. Same Minerva, you as well. You don't get a disadvantage or anything. You just regular 2.
So a -2 will give me an 11 and a 12.
11 and a 12. Yeah, Emmy is keeping shots from hitting you, but she's making it hard for you to hit. Everything you're firing out is just going wide, or it's just all over the place. Unfortunately, Minerva, how about you?
I got an 18 and a 14.
18 and a 14. Both hit. Yeah. Well, if you're shooting for regular pods, yeah, they would both hit. So
yeah. Does it doesn't look like the hole in the shield is like closing at all, does it?
It doesn't look like it's closing. As you approach, give me a perception check.
Okay. All right. 17.
17. Yeah, so you kind of take a peek through there and you're looking at it. It doesn't look like it's closing, but as you're getting closer and closer to it, it doesn't look like it's wide enough for you to get through.
Okay, so then one of those shots will be sent towards the shield and the other one will be sent to
Out and
one of the
about.
ships. Yeah.
All right. Which one would you like to send toward the shield? Because you rolled what, 17 and 14?
Yeah, I'm gonna send the 17 to the shield.
Yeah, roll some damage.
All right. Oh my god. Okay, wait.
Ooh!
28 for the shield.
28 for the shield. Yeah, that another one of those small pods just explodes from the inside, and you just see the shield just, another area kind of opens up, widening the stretch that's available.
Nice.
And then you said the 14 just barely hits the other one.
All right, that's gonna be 23.
That's enough to take out one of the engines, so they start to careen down. So because of Tita's 2-shot failures, you do have one ship on your tail. As you're flying, Kubrick's like over the intercom, "Here it comes," and you just the very tip edges of the ship just on a couple of the defender ships that are keeping the shield up. And then, yeah, you just through. You do have a ship following you at the moment. So I'm going to do like one.
Is it our fighter pod?
What is it? The fighter pod is also, with Emmy's, what, you got a 19. That's easily enough to get out and keep going. But you do have another one of the artillerist pods following you. Kubrick, easy enough. He just gets straight through. He's trying to avoid the shots being fired. Is there anything that you guys would like to do?
Yes, now that we're through and there's nothing in front of us, revert all shields to the back now.
Another investigation check.
Yes, this will be better, right? It was. That's it's +6. Yeah, so that's a 19 in total.
18 for sure. Obviously leaving the necessary percentage of shield in the front and the two sides, everything else to the back. Zin, anything you're doing in the engine room? Do you want to try to fix one of those two issues more, or do you want to try to do something else?
I don't know. She'll probably use her earpiece again. She doesn't really know what's going on. So, but she felt us leave. So she'll just be like, "What else? Are we in the clear? What should I do?"
Keep giving us speed. It's working.
All right. So I guess she'll do that.
Try to boost the speed again. Go for it.
Is that a disadvantage? That's what you said,
It
right?
is, yeah, disadvantage. Yep. Disadvantage Dex or Arcana, whichever one it says on there.
Come on. Those are 2 13s, so that would be 18.
18, yeah. This time you punch it. You're able to connect the correct wires together. You figure out which ones need to go where. Connect that, and almost immediately you're like it just pulls forward at extreme speed. Now I will say, Emmy, you are being tailed by this small pod. It's about to fire. I need a piloting check from you to avoid its shot.
I would like to say that from the engine room, you all hear a very enthusiastic
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, that's an 18 plus 3, so
18
21.
plus 3. All right. So yeah, Emmy, this fighter pod's like trying to fire at you, but you're just constantly avoiding. It gets annoyed and turns its attention to the gun 792, and I rolled a natural 20 for that one. So of the two main engines of the gun 792, one of them takes a massive hit.
But I had all the shields in the rear.
You are correct, Zoxa. Thank you. Let me just see how much damage to see if it can get through shields.
Can I shoot it now that it's like distracted and doing something else, or no?
Give me 1 sec, but yes. Ooh, all right. So you know how crits work with us. You take the max and then you roll the dice. Well, it's 3d10. So that's 30 automatically. And then I rolled 2 10s, so that's 50, and a 6, 56 points of damage. Your engine, beyond repair at the moment. It needs to be taken somewhere to get fixed. It just smoke, fire, flames are coming out of it. The propellers aren't spinning. It is in rough shape, and your speed gets cut in half. Tita, And Minerva, you have this fighter pod just destroyed part of your ship. It's your turn to try to make shots. However, anyone standing, again, I need you, it's in the main ship, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, which I believe is only Minerva and Modi, and then like people in the lounge, but. Wow! Modi gets thrown. Let's see how much.
Kicked in.
Yeah.
Hey, I can wait. Can I tell from like what I saw that like it's probably going to need to be fixed?
Yes, it's bad.
Oh, we don't have time for this.
Modi suffers 12 points of damage as he gets whipped across the room, probably slamming into some of the Thrycrean. How'd you do, man?
Yeah, that's a 9 total.
9. Oh, you're not going to be able to fire. You get thrown back and suffer 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Shit.
So, Tita, it's up to you. You get 2 shots to try to take out this little guy before he fires on you.
All right, are they regular or are they at disadvantage again?
These are
minus whatever, regular?
Regular this time, yeah.
So what do I get? A plus what?
Emmy's flying straight, just kind of weaving a bit. She's not making all kinds of crazy movements at this point.
Okay, one of them is a nat 20.
You don't even need to roll the other ones.
Okay,
you can
cool.
roll damage if you want, just to see how much it is. But
All right, so what am I doing?
it's 30 plus 3d10.
Plus 3. All right, we're gonna use these 2 and this one. All right, so 30 plus 9, 17, 21.
So 51 points of damage. Yeah, Tita, you see that explosion happen on your own ship, and you say what you said, and this is desperation at this
I'm like, we don't have time for them. Just like
focus, aim, fire, perfectly. What happens is it goes right into the pilot.
Yes.
Through the windshield, and then he kind of hits forward on the controls and just out of control, and you don't even see it. Just kind of careens downward, and you never see it again.
Instant karma.
Oh, but at this point, your ship is crippled. It's mangled. And you are moving quite slow.
So we can easily catch up.
Yeah. I would say that after that whole debacle, after a few minutes, kind of looking back and making sure you're good, you can reattach the fighter pod, and I'll come back together.
Okay.
And as you do so, we're going to take a quick break. It's that time. So we will be back in about 15 minutes or so. Enjoy the bios. It's the last time a few of them are going to play, so enjoy them. Yeah, we will see you in about 15 minutes.
All right, a lot's happened, but I don't want to talk about it more than I have to. Here's all I have to report. After accidentally releasing the entity from the center of the elemental chaos, my crew and I traveled to the planet Isgard to make some repairs on our ship. Isgard used to be my home before I lived on the Halo ship with the Spite team, a tactical team of 6 Asimar created by the angelic solar of knowledge, Azaziel. So setting foot on Isgard felt like a much-needed return at first. Of course, it wasn't too long before I ran into trouble. As some of my allies have surely been able to figure out by now, I have a memory issue, to put it lightly. On Isgard, I encountered someone who claimed to recognize me, and what were his words? "I'll kill you if I ever see you again?" Something like that. I had no idea who this person was, but he wore a mask very similar to mine, and he was very, very angry. Turns out he was called Number 1 and was the leader of an organization known as the Obsidian Order. I apparently used to serve this order, going by the designation Number 6. I'm glad I chose a better name for myself once I woke up. Anyway, despite Number 1 threatening to end my life should he see me again, I allowed myself to be captured by the Order with the intent of deceiving them and rescuing another one of my allies they had wrongfully captured. Little did I know that my own crew was mounting their own rescue mission for me. And I supposed it all worked out in the end. A ship with my own crew caught up to the ship I was on with the Obsidian Order just as we all came to the wreckage of a third ship. Unfortunately, it was one I recognized. The Halo ship with my former Spite team. It had been torn apart by a gargantuan earth elemental. A few of my teammates, well, I'm not sure if I even could have protected them if I was there. I did find one of my teammates alive and awake, though, Nolgatame. Apparently, she used to work for the Obsidian Order, too, under the name Number 4. Violent, angry, a drunk for power, Number 1 was relentless in finding her. I got to Nolgatame first, but I still couldn't stop her from joining him. She was very important to him, and he was able to restore her memories. All that time I knew her on the Halo ship, I hadn't even known her memories were gone, too. A fight ensued. Number 1 deemed me more a nuisance than an ally, and tried to make good on his word of killing me. Now, I may be the one who's not able to remember much, but clearly he forgot how much of a fight I can give. He ran away in the end. Teleported away, actually, with with Number 4 by his side. I have no idea where either of them are now. But I convinced one of Number 1's allies to abandon him and join me, and my crew killed the rest of his order in their endeavor to rescue me. So, if I do cross paths with Number 1 again, well, I just hope it's not soon. But anyway, 1 and 4 retreated, my crew had found me, and the Halo ship was in pieces. Olve was dead. Onlum was dead. Zanesi was close to being dead when I found her, but we managed to get her to safety. I thought that Modi was dead for quite a while too, but turns out he wasn't on the Halo when it got attacked. He was able to regroup with all of us on Isgard, and I have to admit that having him and Zin around has been a light in a dark void. But everything else is so dark. Plonk is no longer with our crew. She's not dead, but the entity that emerged from the elemental chaos came for her. Tita and I tried to stop it, but whatever that thing is, it's a kind of power I can't contend with. Yet. I can only hope that Plonk is okay wherever in the galaxy she is. Her departure weighs on me. I can't help but feel like I often fail to protect people important to me, or, at the very least, people I'm charged with. Some leader I am. I can't imagine what in the hell Azaziel was thinking when he made me the captain of my own crew. And speaking of, Azaziel seems to have gotten himself into some trouble as well, if the gruesome vision of him in my dream held any truth anyway. But I don't know how to feel, because now I have reason to believe that he took my memories. That is all I have to report.
First entry off Verdalk. My life was saved today. I was teleported out of a poisonous coffin onto a ship. The ship works off the elves' magic, but it's also technologically superior to anything on Verdalk. I found a book at the excavation site, as well as an interesting bag. I believe they are both magical. More research is needed. I'm to go with these new humanoids I've never seen before. We're supposed to stop something from happening? For once, I don't know what's going on. Entry 2. The others I've been traveling with are, well, useful in their own ways. 2 fighting types and a small thief. Good for protection, I suppose. I have discovered that the book I found is a spell book. The text is difficult to decipher, but I've been fairly successful. Entry 3. We failed. The elemental chaos we were sent to protect was destroyed, and an entity of energy burst forth from it. I am unsure of what this means, but I saw the impossible depths begin to freeze over. I fear the worst. Entry 6. We've made it to Isgard. We need to get a job, to get credits, to get our ship fixed. Such things are beneath me. There are Tritons here. They might be able to tell me about the state of Vidalk. I must travel to Muspelheim, a city under the water. Entry 10. Minerva has sacrificed herself for our safe passage. Those mercenaries took her to their hideout. I don't think they know who they're dealing with. The fools. We know where they are, and we know how to hit them. I'm starting to enjoy these frivolous battles. Entry 15. We are returning to Isgard, having successfully retrieved Minerva, as well as gaining a few new allies. Captain Strang, Zinesi, and another Vidalkin, Vunisa. At this point, I've taken a life, but I've also saved Kubrick. Perhaps I should leave the heroics to the fighters. Entry 20. Now Plonk has been taken by the same entity that we released. This group's failures are outweighing the successes. I can no longer trust Minerva or Tita to protect me. I must learn more from my book. The progress is slow, but it seems more reliable.
So, what am I supposed to be doing again? Oh, right. Updating you about what I've been up to or whatever? Honestly, Green, a lot's been going on. I mean, I know I told you about my family already, and how I have my great-granddad T-Sip's pickaxe with me, cause I used to be an excavator back on Pandemonium. Yeah, I say used to, cause I don't know if I'll ever do that again. Been zipping around, actually, I don't even know where with this crew. Speaking of the group, they're fine, I guess. Not sure what I'm gonna do now, though, that Plonk is gone. She was my sidekick, you know? Used to carry her around everywhere with me. I mean, she was actually pretty frowning small. We got into so much trouble. Like that time we were messing around in the escape pod and then actually detached from the ship. Totally wild. Good thing I played that stellar video game so much, cause I feel like it kinda trained me how to fly that thing. Another thing that's far out is this totally hot girl I met. And by hot, I mean she was literally made of fire. So frolin' sexy, Green. Totally burned me, though. We messed around a few times, and then she just took off on a stolen ship. Guess that's why her name's Bernadette. So, I know you know I love smoking moss and making bongs. Damn, come to think of it, I've broken 2 already since I've been here, Green. Lost Genevieve early. Rest in peace, Jenny. And Riz, oh, so stellar. Rizzoli, our time was cut so short, girl. Too short. Speaking of moss, I almost forgot. I got a little daring and bought this, other stuff. A spray. Totally crazier trip, Green. We were out at this nightclub. Got this totally stellar vest to wear. I look fresh as frell in it. Wait, what was I talking about? Anyway, who knows? We're gonna get caught up in something next. Whatever that is. I think we're going to Zox's planet soon. He's pretty sure it's frozen over. Dread like that is happening everywhere, Green. I heard some planetary news report that Pandemonium is under siege. Thrice and Fours fighting over surface territories? Sounds crazy to me, Green.
Hey there, my name's Zinesi, Zin for short if that's what you prefer. I'm what you might call an inventor of sorts. My vast knowledge surrounding magical technology allows me to design and create new items that can help make everyone's lives a little easier. One of my more known devices is a universal winged utilizer. Perhaps you heard of it. Anyway, I'm from a smithing guild in Brightwater, namely the Marketplace Eternal. I'm not much for the whole buying and selling of things, so my purpose was mostly just to make what was being sold. I also enjoyed sneaking into the back rooms of shops and observing what others were making. When I wasn't doing that, I was busy making inventions of my own. I think one of my favorites is definitely the gravity neutralizer. I've been inventing for as long as I can remember. Countless hours at the library poring over books about alchemy, welding, circuits, enchantments, anything I could get my hands on. When I wasn't in the library, I was sitting at my pa's workbench and tinkering with my new inventions and tweaking blueprints. I still remember my first invention. Long hours of editing and finalizing blueprints, testing prototypes, and eventually fixing prototypes. So thrilling. I guess that's what got Guild interested in me to start. Been working for them for a little while now. And my spike team was pretty solid. Now, after what happened with the Halo ship and all the loss that came with it, things have been turned upside down for me. I've joined Minerva and her crew for a bit, and Kubrick's been helping me keep my mind busy. With everything as confusing as it is, I only wish that I was able to think the way I could before all this happened. Maybe then I'd be able to wrap my head around it a bit better.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it is with great humility that I come to you to beg forgiveness for the wake of damage
Miss Strang, I'm simply interviewing you.
What's that now?
This isn't the court, which, by the way, you are doing next week. So, Captain Strang, tell me how you got where you are currently.
Oh, that business. Well, that's a horse of a different color. Let's see now, where to begin? Oh, yes. What am I doing here with these folks? Well, I can't help but be attracted to the miasma of chaos, which is why this current band of jolly travel buddies piqued my interest. I suppose I just gravitate to the crazy, so to speak. Ever since I was a young lady, I had a thirst for entertainment, seeing it, being it, which certainly kept things interesting. My mother loved my imagination, my charisma. May she rest in peace, that darling, loving soul. My father, on the other hand, well, let's just say that he didn't share my love for the theater. Young ladies are not meant to be heard, and they're meant to be admired. Gross. Being preened to fit into high society was a real awakening. My father looked so proud every time I would perform like the young debutante he expected. Yet I found the whole dog and pony show to be tired and antiquated. So I went to college, expanded my horizons, met my match, my aquatic equal. Classic story, really. We meet, we fall in love, we make grand plans together, and alas, duty and status destroy your hopes and dreams. She was the very beginning and end of my taking anything seriously. But I digress. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger and all that garbage. My father gifted me a ship when I was of age, and I set out for the great unknown. I grew up, grew out, and lost my way. As my reputation precedes me, I tend to be known as one who indulges in liquid courage as a means to an evening's end. If I can't be truly happy, then why not forget the whole day entirely? Nobody wants to get close to the drunk clown. It gets dark sometimes. Lonely. And then, lo and behold, I happen upon these creatures, thrown together by circumstance, bound by honor to protect one another. I admire their connection. I crave it. So to be concise, I find myself following these folks like a shadow because, well, I like them. It is a great benefit of life to be able to choose a family. Can only hope I don't drop a turd in the punch bowl.
And welcome back. All right, so last we left off, the main crew here is on a very damaged ship. One of their two engines is completely kaput. And yeah, the lights are shoddy. Some people are a little damaged, but you are currently safe. You have gotten away from the enemies and are making your way to the Feywild, which at your current speed might take a little longer than originally intended, but you should be able to make it there without a hitch. In the meantime, there's a bunch of people on your ship. We got Teach's family. We got that pile of stuff. That was just a pile of things in the middle of the room, and McDagger's there as well. So whoever would like to start, speak up. I saw Emmy's finger up first, so let's do it.
Emmy definitely wants to ask her little schmoopy if there's yes, it's just a little schmoop, and just so fill me in, my tiny little friend. What is it?
Yes. Oh, so almost moments after you all left the ship, the big one, that the burly, angry fellow there, he began to ransack the ship in a neat fashion, I suppose, but searching for something that he did not find. I will tell you that. Otherwise, after he had left the ship, maybe few hours after, possibly, this appeared, and he kind of turns his head toward the pile of things in the center of the ship.
I'm gonna move towards it.
Yeah. You could take a quick peek. It looks like just a pile of random things. There's some armor. You see a couple different weapons. If you want to dig through, you can certainly do so. Yeah, you start digging
Oh,
through.
I'm gonna play Santa Claus. This is great.
You find
It's
a
all
set of.
everything Gherkin's dad made for us.
You see a golden set of brass knuckles.
Ooh, can she slip them right on because they
Oh,
should fit?
yes, they fit perfectly. They fit perfectly. Adhere to your fingers as they move. But you see as well a set of studded leather armor, a set of scale mail armor, a pendant of protection, a smokescreen pipe, your brass knuckles, a rapier, and a set of leather armor. They're all just in a big pile right in the center of the room.
Right, so there's not a chance that I wrote that down fast enough or remembered everything that you've said. So I'm just gonna make one of them their loud whistle noises.
You can see as everyone starts to kind of come into the room, Minerva looks slightly beat up.
Like how slightly?
Little blood on her forehead, probably.
Yeah.
Nothing bad.
But you do notice that as well that Tita, you were not able to get Minerva's mask back, so you do not have that.
Well, why not?
It was confiscated from you, and you have no idea where it went. Just like your pickaxe, you don't have your pickaxe anymore either.
Yeah, but did I bring that with? I was gonna ask, do I not have that, or did we leave our stuff on the ship because they said we couldn't have weapons?
You brought your pickaxe because this is pretty much a place where miners come to.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You were allowed to have your pickaxe because that's your tool. But then when you used it on the Gith, they were like, well, you're not holding on to this. So they confiscated that. So you currently do not have that either.
Well.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm gonna scream out delivery anyways and see if everybody would like to come and look at this pile of stuff.
Yeah, Kubrick will put the ship on autopilot and kind of poke his head out of the gun deck into the lounge area where you guys are.
I'll roll up.
Modi will kind of stand up from his fallen position. Oh, all right, well, that hurt a little bit, but not too bad, I guess. I've had worse.
I will go hoping that my pickaxe is in the pile of deliveries.
Sure.
I will drag myself.
Minerva, it looked like you were going to say something.
Oh no, I just said after Modi said his thing, I was like, yeah, agreed, because she's kind of bleeding a little bit.
Well, it was a close call, but we made it out of there alive. And then
not that this is an excellent victory, but I guess these are our spoils.
Nolga team stands up fast and she says, "It is not a victory at all." And she kind of turns and just walks away.
Aw, now I want to hug her.
But Emmy, in front of you, you have a slew of items. Everyone seems to be coming in. Zin, are you rolling your way up? Or are you trying to work on the lights?
Well, she can't do much of the lights until she makes herself some tinker's tools. So
right. Makes sense. Okay. So yeah, you all gather up into the lounge. Everyone's pretty much there from your group. Emmy, you have everyone's undivided attention.
I'm just gonna pick up the first thing that I see since nobody's really digging in.
Yeah, first thing, probably the largest thing there is the scale mail armor. Big heavy set of armor.
Somebody order some armor?
A couple people did. I believe, if I remember correctly, this belongs to Zanessi.
Yeah, I couldn't remember which one I ordered. I guess that one's me.
And if you want, in your equipment area, you can look up +1 scale mail armor. or it might be scale mail armor
Uh-huh.
+1. Good luck finding it. It's always a pain. But yeah, you have some armor that you can. You don't need to attune to it. So once you have it on, it just functions as a +1 scale mail.
Not that we don't have a spare hour or anything.
Oh. Emmy, what else you got there?
I don't know. What else is the shiniest? Because I'm guessing if the lights suck, then they might be able to see
shiniest.
better from my glow.
Yeah, as you're kind of like poking around, the shiniest is this pendant, some type of necklace. It's like a platinum or a silver of some sort, and it seems to have a ruby embedded into the not like the locket, but yeah, the pendant itself. You have no idea who that's for, but
I'm gonna try and like put it around my neck and go. Ooh.
Very gaudy, very gaudy.
What a dazzling bauble we have here. Anybody?
I believe that was Zox's.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't believe Zoxa ever ordered anything. I think something was ordered for him.
Minerva ordered it for you.
I'm surprised that Modi didn't go, ooh, because it was so ooh.
Don't mind if I do.
Very nice.
You know, I guess I'll say to Emmy, Emmy, I think that's for Zoxa.
I'll just go over. He's near me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go over and put it on. And you, sir, are the winner of this fine piece of decoration here. And put it around his neck.
So you now have a pendant of protection that you can add, Zoxa.
I will add that.
Emmy, you notice that there is a blade, a long, thin blade.
I'm just gonna kind of guess what direction that might be going in. If it's a weapon, I'm gonna aim towards either Minerva or Kubrick.
You would be correct with one of them. Kubrick kind of looks over and he's like, I think that one's mine.
Now, I'm going to take it back and just be like, now, how do you plan to use this as a dragon? I'm just wondering, is it going to be like a tiny toothpick?
Am I a dragon right now? I look pretty ASMR, even though I'm not.
You are so lucky you're a dragon.
He'll take it. Ooh, yeah, that's nice.
Can I give him a boop on the nose just for funsies?
He's like, you're lucky we're in this ship.
While this is happening, and now that she has taken a weapon out of the pile, I would like to go search the pile because I'm looking for my pickaxe.
Yeah, there's not much left in the pile, Tita. You see only 3 items. There are 2 sets of armor, and then there is a small metallic, it looks like a bowl you could smoke out of, like a pipe almost. Right at the end of it, there's like a little bit of a striker that strikes in the sparks hit the bowl, and you can
what a lovely all-in-one that has been created for me.
However, looking around, you do not see the pickaxe at all.
I will notice the pipe, I guess, and then like pick it up, but kind of just like sadly get up.
Okay. Yeah.
Do I notice that he looks sad?
Make an insight check. Actually, you know what? Your insight's pretty good. Pair passes what, 19 or 18 or something?
Yeah, 18.
Yeah, you would definitely notice that Tita looks a little down as he's kind of picking up his pipe, looks it over back and forth, continues to look at the pile, and then
yeah, I'm just like longingly looking at the pile, like hoping something will appear.
You look like you lost a friend. Is there something the matter?
I kind of almost
pretty
feel
rad, and I'm gonna like try and touch the bowl and try and light it.
Oh, well, because I'm holding it, yeah. I will actually, since you're touching it, I'll just hand it to you.
No, don't do that. I have very bad dexterity. Don't.
It's unbreakable. It's unbreakable.
Oh, okay.
I will hand it to you. That's why I had it made. I've already broken too many things.
I need kid scissors.
Yeah. So I will just hand it to you and kind of not look up. You asked if I lost a friend. I feel like I kind of did.
What's the matter? What's missing?
My pickaxe.
As you say that, Tita, you see.
Well, I was gonna say, I want to like turn and like look at.
Yeah, and you see,
Granddaddy T-Sip and just be so. He's probably gonna like cry, honestly.
well, just to clarify, great granddad T-Sip has passed away. This is granddad T-Sip.
Sorry, yes. Next one down. Next one down. It doesn't matter. Him and my dad are there, so like
they kind of look at you. The granddad, he kind of looks at you with a questioning eye, and then he kind of starts to make his way over slowly. He's like, Tita, did I hear that you don't have your pickaxe anymore?
I got confiscated.
Well, I am just glad that you're here. And he puts his hand again on your shoulder and kind of like squeezes a little bit, and then he'll kind of go in for a hug.
I will definitely cry. Like, just I'm not gonna sob. It's gonna be more like the slow welling, and then just like the center of the cheek when it just does the.
Oh.
And I think just then Emmy would have noticed that there were more Titas.
Oh yeah. There's a bunch. The whole ship is filled with Titas. In total, there besides Tita, there's about 30 other Thrycreans on the ship, roughly.
Then I'll just say, well, I mean, so you lost a pickaxe. It looks like it looks like there's a whole lot of you now. I mean, maybe this is okay.
Yeah. I guess I will, I'm gonna I will actually point to the pipe and like kind of put my hand out, but then be like, so in a little bit.
Just a little Shooter McGavin, and then lets them have that moment.
I'm gonna look at Tita and I'm gonna say, I'm guessing the same thing happened to my mask, huh?
Yeah, I'm really sorry.
It's okay. It's not your fault.
I mean, it kind of is.
I mean, nah, I was the one who took it off. Don't worry.
All right, I'll just kind of somberly.
Yeah. And as you do, Titua comes up to you and she's like, Tita, it's really big out here. And she's kind of like looking out the window into the space.
I will scoop her up, I guess, and then I don't know, where would be like a better, if I go to like the front, like if I go to the front, like then she could really see more, I guess.
The cockpit, there's a good view.
So yeah, all right, I'll pick her up, and then I'll just kind of like, you think this is a view, and then I'll just like start heading to the front.
Okay, yeah, she'll follow, and she's just, everything amazes her. Everything you point out, just the vastness of space. Maybe you tell her stories. She's just entertained. She's
for sure. I'm telling her about like Plonk and I in the little pod that time when we like smashed it backing up.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah, I'll probably also tell her about the video game and then maybe bring her by that later as well.
Oh yeah. She's probably gonna love that one. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, she gets into it. Zox, anything for you? Anything you're doing? You got your beautiful new pendant. Sorry, there was we didn't even finish the handouts. There's two more things, Emmy. There's a set of studded leather armor and a set of leather armor, which Modi looks at Min and he's like, I guess these are ours, huh?
I think so.
Are they black? I think.
The studded leather armor, it looks as though it's used very, very dark leather, and then the studs that have been built into it have been painted to be black.
Oh, obviously.
Modi has a very form-fitting, almost like a leather vest type armor. It's not like a regular.
Can I start singing like "See my vest, see my vest"? Bring it right over.
Yeah,
that's pretty stylish. I like that. And he's kind of putting it on. Oh, buttons up too. All right, yeah, I can wear this.
And then when you give me the studded lemmer, I say thank you, Emmy.
Well, I can't take any credit for this at all.
Hey, you delivered them to all of us. You're the one that passed them around, so.
I just wish I could have saved your friend? Referring to number one.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't know if there was anything any of us could do.
So just so we're clear though, not it on telling his dad what happened. Thanks for these
I don't think any of us are gonna be on Isgard soon. We don't need to worry about that yet. Yeah.
All right.
Speaking of which, though, I'm gonna turn to Zoxa and I'm gonna say, you still need to get to Vidalk, and I know Plonk wants to meet us in the Feywild. Did you come to a decision with Gerhard?
He has the coordinates. He'll be meeting us on the Feywild.
Okay. Just making sure I don't have to give him the coordinates or anything. I have to give some coordinates to another person who will be meeting us at the Feywild, but I'm glad he'll be meeting us there on his own.
I already took care of that for you, man.
Oh, great. Okay, so you got everything from Plonk, and then did you send them to
I got
Morticia?
Plonk's coordinates. I got that plugged in, and I sent those same coordinates to the dwarf Greyhod, and then I also sent him to that pale girl with the teeth.
Morticia.
Yeah.
Kubrick, you're so pushing it right now.
Yeah, so they got him. They haven't responded or anything. I don't know what's going on with them, but I assume that they'll make their way to us when they can.
I'm sure they will. We did all we could.
Kind of nods, and I'm gonna head back to the cockpit. Just make sure we're on course.
All right.
He's kind of like brandishing his blade as he goes.
Oh God.
He's gonna break. I was gonna say now it's like the duster. Now he's gonna be whipping that around like. Shing, 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 shing.
He's gonna stab someone by accident.
Is there any other things we want to try to do? I know that Zin was kind of waiting her hour to get her tools.
Yes.
To try to
I need to. Oh no, Zin, you go.
Before I start on my tools, though, I do want to, like, in this little moment where we're handing out things and whatever, I want to roll up to Minerva and be like, so I know your mask was kind of lost in the fray, but I mean, I don't know who's going where, but if we're still in the same vicinity, I could make you a new one if you want.
Yeah, that would be nice. Are you sure? I know you've got a lot of work that you're doing.
I've already worked on your mask before. It's not anything different.
Okay. I might have something that can make it easier, actually. A little while ago, I stole some of the masks off of a couple people that the rest of these guys killed when they were trying to rescue me. So I have a base that you could work on and adjust so that you don't have to do it from scratch.
Sounds about right. Just I don't know. That's not going to be in my room much longer, I suppose, but find a way to get them to me.
Yeah, we'll do. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
And then she's going to go off.
Zin, you want to try to work on those lights?
Yes, I do.
All right. So it's going to be whatever the check says in the document I gave you. It's not a disadvantage or anything like that. So it's just a regular straight roll. You get your proficiency bonus and whatever other bonus it tells you.
I think it's intelligence. What's my proficiency? Oh, dear God, please. No. So that's 8 plus 2 plus 3, so 13.
13. You don't make any progress, unfortunately, but you definitely don't make it worse. You see the wires seem a bit frayed, and you're going to need to get some connector pieces in order to really fix it correctly. But you could probably get that in the Feywild. It's probably something you can get. Okay. Well, if everyone's good here, we will.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
I need to go talk to Nolg.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So you got to find her first.
Yeah.
So make an investigation check as you start moving from room to room.
All right. Yeah. Ooh, Woo! All right, 17 plus 4.
17 plus 4, yeah. You start making your way down the hall, and you think about it for a second, and it's worth a shot checking his old room, just in case. And you make your way there, and lo and behold, she's there, sitting on the bed, her head on her knees, just sobbing.
I'm gonna go over, and I'm not gonna like touch her or anything, but I'm gonna sit next to her on the bed, kind of like close by, but like not like uncomfortably close or anything.
Sure.
And I guess I'm just gonna
She
say
doesn't look
to
up.
her,
She just stays where she is.
no. I understand that I'm probably the last person you want to be seeing right now, but I'm sorry for what you went through. And if you need anything, well, I'm here. Zin's here. Modi's here. If you'd rather have a different familiar face, but I'm glad you're okay.
Her hand just kind of reaches out and kind of grabs yours and kind of squeezes it tightly. And she says, under her breath, as she's still sobbing, "You're not the last person I want to see right now." And she just kind of holds your hand there for a second.
Well, I mean, I only almost killed your husband last time I saw you, and you almost only killed me. I'm sorry we had to part like that.
This is true, but you still came after me. And
Well, to be completely honest, it was only because I thought I could get something out of it. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't entirely glad to have you back.
And she kind of, when you say that, she kind of lets go of the hand slowly, and kind of just goes back into her like the position she was in. But she just kind of sits there, and after a moment, she says, "Well, what's next for us then, or me?"
Looks like we might have a job to do. When we were trying to rescue you, there was another woman that we met who was also looking for you as well. She is in need of your power, I suppose. There's something gone wrong on her home planet, and she was looking for you, and I sort of made a deal that I can't back out of with her, so I'll be heading that way as well.
Where are we going?
I think she said it was Shadowfell.
And when you say that, her head kind of jolts up, fear in her eyes. Why are we going there?
I'm sure she could explain it a lot better than I can. We'll be meeting up with her soon, but she was saying about how there's some sort of curse that her leader had befallen, and
Yes, that's fine. I can deal with a curse. That's not a problem. But what I cannot deal with is what lies deep within that planet.
yeah, I also have a very bad feeling about that, and I'm not intending on dealing with that. So I say we help her leader, and then we get the hell out of there, because I don't want any business on that planet either.
She kind of nods and doesn't really say anything after that. But it looked like there was fear in her eyes when you said Shadowfell.
I feel like that's something that we should unpack, but maybe not now, because she's been through a lot.
Yeah.
But I am gonna, after like a quiet moment passes, I guess, I'll say to her, I don't know if this is something you would want, but I've got number one's old mask if you want to hang on to that.
Why do you have it?
Well, when we joined him to try and rescue you, one of our conditions was that he gave the mask to me, so that way he couldn't abandon us should he, find you and then decide to leave us for dead.
Her demeanor kind of changes a bit as you say this, and she says, "Well, now I know that you are the one who sealed his fate." She kind
That
of
was
gets
his own choice. He chose to do all of this, not me.
If he had his mask, he could have escaped. And she just leaves the room.
Right. I'm not going to go after her.
Okay. If that's it for everyone here, your ship makes its way to the Feywild. I'm gonna pop over. Actually, no. You know, we're gonna just have you guys sail in, and then we'll have everyone join together. So Kubrick has the coordinates set in, and he's on his way down. But the same thing is happening with your ship, where the magic of the Feywild is fluctuating the power systems, the mechanical power systems of your ship. So let's see how well Kubrick can make a landing coming through here.
He's a dragon.
It's not smooth by any means, but the ship does not get damaged. He's coming in, and then it loses the power, and he has nothing, so it just starts to careen out of control. But he kind of starts slamming buttons and pulling levers, and all of a sudden just pulls back up for a second, right as it kind of grinds into the ground. It doesn't seem like there's scratches for sure on the hull, but it doesn't seem to cause much damage. Plonk, as I'm going to switch over to your screen right now, as you are setting things up in the barn with Cal and Tagartha and Bernadette, you hear outside.
Oh, they're here.
You gonna meet them outside?
Yeah, I will. I'll immediately. I'll be like, and like I'll run out to see.
Yeah,
It's them.
not too far from where Ballura is inspecting the ship and trying to do some light repairs. Another ship just grinds to a halt in the dirt, kind of close by. And you see, as the gangway opens, your friends begin to emerge. And I'm now going to bring us to the beautiful crossover screen that I have. So you are currently all walking toward one another.
Can I right before we like leave, I want to go to the kitchen and I want to make Plonk like a decent cup of coffee.
Yes. Okay.
I was gonna say that, but I don't know that. What do you roll for like cooking skills?
Oh yeah.
Coffee's easy enough to make. Minerva's got that. She's done it before.
Okay.
But I'm gonna make it how Plonk likes it though. I know she doesn't like it the way that I like it.
Right. She likes it extra sweet.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, Plonk, you see all your friends. As the rest of you begin to approach where you can see Plonk starting to like run toward you, next to her there is a 5-ish, maybe a little taller foot bird person, Aarakocra, standing kind of behind her a little bit. Big black beak, black feathers, heavy armor covering pretty much all of them, besides little bits of feather that poof out. And it is odd that he has no wings. It looks like there's bandaged stumps where the wings should be. But yeah, no wings. Next to him is at least, what are we, 6'5", 6'6", Tagartha? Yeah. Real tall, golden scaled dragonborn. So he's in a humanoid form, shape, but large, very large, muscular build, just gold scales. He also has not armor, but he's got robes, and he's got weird metallic just bits all over him. He's got like a waistband type, a piece of metal. He's got necklace, wristlets, all kinds of stuff. He's got a couple pouches hanging by his sides. And yeah, you can also see Bernadette. She's kind of standing behind them, arms crossed, just
Wait, we're out of the thing? Like,
yeah, you guys are all kind of coming out and you're seeing this.
All right, well, can I want to go super fast to Plonk.
Oh, yeah.
See, I was thinking the opposite.
What?
I was thinking the opposite. It's like a slow motion, like a do do do.
Oh no! No way. He is so super pumped right now to see you. So, can I carry my little sister with me still?
Yes, and in less than 6 seconds, you are at Plonk.
So I'm just gonna like poop and like land right in front of you and be like, oh my god, Plonk, hi, this is my sister. Who are your friends?
I want to like jump on Katita.
Yeah, the little girl is getting a piggyback ride. It's like, hi, I'm Titua.
I'm just like, just speechless, like crying, like, hi, I miss you so much. Like, yeah, all of it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like holding them both, just like spring up and down, like out of excitement.
And you're springing pretty high. T2 is like, oh! But now, as you're all leaving the ship, not only do you see these people, but you also see a large, kind of rickety, old-looking barn. And then pretty much all the other structures, a larger structure and a couple small structures, are all just burnt down. There's some slight remains, some charred pieces, but for the most part, the house itself is just gone. But there is a barn not too far from where your ship's crashed. And yeah, this is up to you. I'm just gonna.
Do I see anything further since like I'm jumping so I can see like? Is it like all like I can just see that it's like all of it's like
a lot of it for almost as far as you can see, it's fields. You can definitely see some edges of trees, but the trees, even like the foliage here, doesn't look like foliage you're all used to. There's a lot of purple hues, greens, yellows, even blues are in there as well. Some of the trees' leaves are that purplish color, and you can also see as you kind of look around, there's like these particles of like shiny, glowing dust almost that kind of just fill the forests.
All right, well, after we're done jumping, I'm going to put her down. I'm assuming that they're right there. We're like next to her. Yeah, he said Cal. And so, yeah, I'm just going to like kind of look at them both and be like, hi, I'm Tita.
I've never seen one like you before.
And I'm just gonna kind of like look down at my sister and be like we'll both be like, oh, like.
Yeah, I'm just like kind of still like in awe that they're actually there.
Yeah.
And then like when I feel it like get like awkward because nobody knows each other really, I'm gonna be like, oh, and start introducing everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plonk, I'm also gonna go over to you and I'm just gonna like put a hand on your shoulder and be like, here's that better cup of coffee for you.
I'm gonna hug Minerva.
Aw, I'll hug you too. Oh wait, oh my god, I have a question. In the time between, like the time it took for us to actually get here, would Zanesi have fixed me a new mask, or am I still, because I think that affects how Plonk maybe reacts to me.
I feel like she might be able to like carve something out. It's nothing special. It might just be like a piece of metal or a piece of something at this time. Like she hasn't had a lot of time. It's only been like a day or two. So
yeah,
she's been trying to work on the wiring, so she probably hasn't had a lot of time.
Okay, so I feel like since it's not complete, I'm probably just not wearing the mask then.
Yeah. So yeah, you Plonk, you see Minerva without her mask on.
Yeah. So I'm like, I like hug, but I'm like cautious about getting close and everything. And when I talk to her, like she'll like hand me the cup of coffee and I'll be like, thanks.
She'll be
like, don't want to make eye contact.
She kind of she understands, but like, you know, she'll give you the hug back and she'll be like, you know, it's fine. I've actually been without my mask for a while now and no accidents, so you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, Plonk, you begin to see others. Modi, who I don't believe you've met.
I didn't meet Modi, but I knew
of him.
Like, yeah, I knew of him because that's who we were looking for on the Halo ship.
Yeah, and you also see Zanesi roll out. You only met her once, very, very beginning of your journeys, when she helped to pretty much teleport you to the ship from your homeworld.
She was there when like we found her and everything, so I know about the wheelchair.
That's right. Yeah, she was unconscious, I think. For the most
So Plonk is going to go up to her and say, "You're still in the wheelchair?"
Yeah. It's good to see you too.
Hey, Plonk, as Zenessi says this, very slowly kind of, oh, by the way, you would have had 2 rests in between, so you'd have 2
Thank you.
exhaustion gone.
I've been waiting for that.
You see a still slightly worse for wear Zoxa kind of stumbling off of the gangway out into the grass, and he kind of like looks around.
Still at 2 levels of oh, my speed is still halved.
Yeah. Just slowly walking out.
I'm going to run and slam into Zuck.
Give me an athletics check. Zoxa, give me an athletics or acrobatics at disadvantage.
Oh my god, if Plonk knocks him over, I'm gonna die.
Like, he's like, oh, finally, I'm starting to
yeah.
better.
What'd you get?
So I have 8 ifs now.
Oh no.
Oh no. I killed Zuck.
Plonk, you're not ready for this because you're kind of looking at your surroundings at the moment, kind of just surveying the area, and out of nowhere, just this tiny purple bullet tackles you, and you just go flying onto the ground. You land under Plonk's weight, which isn't that much. And she's just that big hug.
What was that?
It's called a hug.
Oh, it's you. And he'll hug back.
Okay. Yay. Okay. I'm gonna go. I want you to meet somebody, and I'm gonna try to pick him up. Like pick him up. Not pick him up, but like help him up.
Oh.
Yeah. Plonk just walks over and goes.
I was like, listen, you have frost powers, not strength powers. I don't know what's going on here.
Well, help him get back up.
Yeah, so easy enough. You can get Zoxa to his feet. And you can start leading him over to the person you want to show him to. But while you're doing that, Emmy, you see Bernadette maybe 15 feet from you. She kind of gives you like that little like head nod kind of thing.
Did I notice her? Because if I did, I wanted to ignore her.
Notice Bernadette? I would say you probably saw her, yeah.
Well, I want her to have known that I saw her, and then I did not react to everything. I was like, we locked eyes, and I was like, yeah. So.
All right.
So much sass.
Emmy?
Emmy's gonna beeline it for Bernadette then.
Oh shoot. Okay. You walk up and yeah, she's like, oh, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit surprised that I am seeing you again. You and Tita. How are you?
Oh, are you, Bernadette, you ignorant slut? Listen, I wish you're making me feel bad for introducing you to my friend.
Sorry. But that is kind of on you. You know how I am.
Yeah, I know. You remind me a little bit of me, which is not a good quality, might I add. And also, might I add, is there any booze in this place? You know, if there is anything to drink, it has been a long day, woman, and I need a beverage.
Well, I think that I can help you with that. Follow me. And she begins to lead you into her ship, which looks real damaged. It's kind of like embedded into the dirt a little bit. And as you walk up to her gangway, you can see that there's someone else over there that's hard at work on the ship.
Well, Laura's not gonna like that.
From a bit of a distance, you can see this person. She has kind of horns that kind of come down behind. Looks like she's got furry pants on, maybe? It's difficult to tell from here. Very pale skin.
Oh, okay. And Bernadette's right near me. Can I ask her?
Yeah, Bernadette's right there.
Oh, is this a new friend of yours here?
Yes. That's Ballura. We've been together for a bit, pretty much since I left the two of you last time.
I don't know why I expected any better of you.
Well, keep trash talking me and we'll see how much fire water you get. And she begins to lead you into the ship. So she'll take you in, she'll pour some glasses and you guys can chat if you'd like. I don't know if there's anything in particular you would like to say, but if not, we can move to the next person, or if you have something, I'd love to hear it.
I'd really just like to get her to apologize to Tita.
Yeah, then talk to her, yeah. Let's see if we can convince her.
Oh, God. I wasn't prepared for this. Okay. So, it's been a while. Any reason why you so swiftly abandoned me? I mean, I know that I'm so good at it myself, but it just always comes as a surprise.
Well, I always did learn from the best.
You know what? I'd really appreciate it if you would apologize to my friend for such a, once again, swift exit.
What was he like in love with me or something? Like, geez.
Oh my God, pretend like you're not pretty. But still, the guy was a little upset, and he's a friend of mine. I guess I would owe you a favor.
Ooh, give me a persuasion check with advantage. You know how she loves favors.
We all love the favors. They were both 16s, but you said persuasion?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be a 25.
She's like, oh, I suppose I can say something to him, but don't let anyone know.
I don't need. I forgot what we were talking about already. But can you at least just be like nice about it?
Yes, of course I can. You know me. I can put on a show if I need to.
Excellent. Well, cheers to that.
And as you say that, Ballura starts walking on. She's like, we talking cheers? Cheers to what? And you see Ballura step on. And she's a very pale-skinned tiefling, which is like half demonish. What you thought were pants are not pants. They're her legs, very, very furry. And she has hooves for feet. And she's got like a spaghetti strap like top on. And she's just like, hello, I'm Ballura. Nice to meet you.
Oh, my apologies. I'll get right up. Because I'm just so confused by what's going on.
She'll go to shake your hand too.
Oh.
And when she does, her shake rivals yours, if you can believe it.
I'll try it harder then.
An aggressive shake off. There's like,
this could take a while. I don't know if you want to cut something else.
She starts raging and she's like,
don't let go first. It shows weakness.
Hands now on fire.
We're still going half an hour from now.
Well, judging by the descriptions that this one gave me, and she points to Bernadette, I'm assuming you're Emmy.
It's all lies.
Oh, you're not. Sorry.
Well, you can. I mean, I guess you can call me whatever you want because you could probably crush my hand.
Like I said, it rivals yours. We don't know. We can roll. I say we roll.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
We're gonna do this. I don't know
Strength
what
check.
Do this.
Such a poor roll.
Oh my God, me too.
So really, you guys weren't even duking it out. It was like the wimpiest. Like
He
who's?
just like a floobity flobbity, just nope. What'd you get?
I rolled a 6, which is really just an 8.
Oh, that's better than what she got. She got 6 in total. So it's like back and forth, and then she kind of feels you kind of, get the hand up, if you will. And she kind of like, yeah, she'll let go. And she's like, got a strong grip there.
Okay. And then I'll drink to that. And then the three of us are clearly just getting drunk.
Yeah, she'll pour a shot out, take a shot with you, and yeah, she'll sit down and kind of chit chat. She doesn't seem in any way, because you have a high insight, so you'd be able to tell right away. She doesn't seem jealous really in any way. Like, and you don't think it's because you're not pretty or whatever. She just doesn't seem threatened by you for whatever reason. With Bernadette,
that makes me feel terribly comfortable.
Terribly comfortable. All right, good.
Yeah.
So you guys sit in the ship, have a drink. What's everyone else doing outside?
I wanna say to Plonk, like quietly, hey, ask Kubrick what his secret is.
Kubrick he's just by himself, kind of in the field with his sword out, just swinging it around.
It's real good, I promise.
I'm gonna look at her and say, is he a dragon? Is it because he's a dragon?
One way to find out.
Runs to Cooper.
Run over to Cooper. Yeah, you kind of come up behind him. Make a stealth check real quick. Actually, what's your passive stealth? It would just be 10 plus your stealth bonus.
19.
Yeah, your passive stealth with his passive perception, you sneak right up on him, right behind him.
Okay.
Doesn't notice.
Okay. Oh God, and he's swinging a sword? I don't want to sneak up behind him. He's swinging a sword.
Keeps going just over your head and still not noticing you.
Okay.
You're fine.
I'll be like, Kubrick!
Ah! Whoa, geez. Whoa, I forgot that you're stealthy like that. What's up? Hi, how you doing?
Hey, what's your secret?
Yeah, I'm doing well. It's nice to see you.
That's not what I'm asking.
Yeah, no, I got you. Step back if you want to know my secret.
11 herbs and spices.
A few more steps, he yells out as you step back. And he's like, all right, here we go. And just his body just begins to transform. Massive, huge dragon, copper scales, just the hat just kind of falls off to the side.
As that happens, I'm gonna be like,
I was like, oh shit.
Can I see that from where I'm drinking?
I know. Can we all see that?
Yeah, everyone make a perception check.
Plonk is jumping up and down with joy. Going, I knew it.
He goes, would you like a ride?
No.
Yourself. And he just begins to over to the group. And what did you guys get for perception?
Amazing.
Whoa, hold on. John, what'd you get?
13.
Well, you already saw because you're like, whoa.
Oh yeah.
What'd you get, Kayla?
5.
5. All right. Nice. Tita.
9.
9. Yeah, let me roll for Titua. Oh, Titua notices. You do not, but she does. And then Zoxa, what'd you get?
Zoxa got 18 in total.
How about Cal?
Cal got 20 in total.
Whoa.
Very nice. So
Here's all your good rolls that you were waiting for.
And now was Zoxa's done at disadvantage?
Yes, it was, because the other was a natural 20.
Oh, all right. So yeah, you two definitely. Emmy, what'd you see?
I got a 16.
16 out the window as you're chatting. You kind of like glance and you see a shimmer of like metallicness. You look out. You're like,
And then I'm going to say, oh, by the way, that pretty idiot that we were with on the ship.
yes.
He's a dragon.
Yes. Plonk was running around my ship screaming that earlier. Interesting.
But greatest prank ever. That was interesting. Not ready for that reveal.
Balora's like, well, it's like two dragons. Well, I guess one's like a person, but two dragons in like the same time. It's pretty cool.
Whoa. There's more than one. And then I'm going to be very confused that there's McDagger, a tiny dragon, Kubrick, a giant dragon, and then other dude that might be a dragon. That looks a lot like a
dragon overload.
Did Mick Dagger come with you? Is he perching on you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So then, yeah, so Ballora would have corrected herself and said 3 because she'd be definitely playing. And you can see as well that there is a white bat just hanging in there as well that you've never seen before.
I'm just gonna say real quick. I just want to know: does that thing bite?
Bernadette's like, if I tell it to, yes, but otherwise, no. He's quite Kiwi is quite docile.
All right.
And she kind of makes a high-pitched squeak noise, and he's down to her, and she just puts her finger out, and he kind of hangs and dangles on her finger.
Curious.
I have one now too, and she kind of points to McDagger.
I love how she's worried about the bat biting, but not about the dragon biting.
Yeah. So all of you who saw, obviously Zin is not really paying attention, but everyone else, and Tita, you didn't either. But
but did she say? I was gonna say, did she say something?
He just like and she kind of points to. Oh no, because she would have seen it already. She knows Kubrick. She's like, oh, there's the dragon's back.
I'll turn and look and be like, oh, I hope this isn't his new parlor trick, like the damn jacket.
Oh shoot. Yeah, but he just with Plonk, and he's like, you know, Plonk, I'm a bit hungry.
That's a little alarming.
He says threateningly.
Not to eat you, but and then he'll change back into Kubrick, pick up his hat.
All right, well, yeah, everybody come up. I got bed set up, I got a table, I got some food, we have a fire.
I hear food and I immediately turn.
T2 will follow you. And the rest of what is your family and the rest of the Thrycrean doing right now? What are you having them do?
Well, I told them to just kind of chill inside. Did they come out or did they stay inside?
They're still inside. T2 is the only one with you right now. Even your dad and your grandfather are still inside.
I guess I will walk over to Plonk and be like, so I know you didn't expect like 20 of my family members, but can they eat too?
There's actually 31 of us.
What?
I'm gonna like look around and be like, yeah.
All right, I will kind of shuffle off T2 to go like get everybody.
Oh, okay. And she starts to run off. Okay, so yeah, you make your way into the food. Emmy, Plonk, are you grabbing Bernadette, Emmy, and Ballora, or are you just leaving them in the ship?
They can come too.
Wow.
Bernadette's just gonna complain about it later if I don't. So.
True that. Okay, yeah. So you get you pop your head in to the 3 of them. They're all just kind of sitting, chatting, when you pop your head in.
Okay. We're gonna go up and eat now, and kind of settle in if you guys are coming.
Oh yeah, that sounds wonderful. I'll be right there.
Are you trying to say you need entertainment? Is that?
No, that's not what I was saying. But come on.
All right, and yeah, they'll follow. Bernadette will just kind of like touch her stomach like she's hungry, as if it were growling, and just be like, "Oh, it's about time, Plonk."
Can I just like, can I kick her?
She just kind of looks back and scowls at you.
As people are like gathering for food and stuff, can I pull Tita, Zoxa, and Modi aside?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna do that. And she is gonna take her chip out of her pocket and say, I feel like I owe you guys something. We don't need this money anymore to get a drill because we have, well, Zoxa, I know you have another way to get to Vidalk now. And from the underwater job, I was saving it so that way we could modify the ship to get through the ice. But since we don't need that, and since I already gave Emmy her share because she needed booze and I was worried she wouldn't be able to make it to the Gith pirate ship without booze, I owe the rest of you some money. So if you'll allow me, she holds out her chip.
Sure, yeah.
Wait, isn't our ship still like wrecked though? From it getting shot?
It's pretty damaged.
Maybe we could use it to fix that. I kind of just like point.
Oh, actually, yeah. The ship didn't sustain any serious damage when it hit the ground, but it did.
But the engines and things you said we got shot at and whatever.
Yeah, definitely needed some work for sure.
Oh, yeah. No, good idea. I'll ask Zin how much she thinks it could take, and then if there's anything left over, I would still like to be able to give you guys something.
Okay.
That's very nice, man. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, but I think you already gave me some, didn't you?
I don't recall.
Wait, is that what he bought all those clothes with?
Which he doesn't have anymore because he had his shopping bags when you all started the battle.
Oh yeah.
Shopping bags confiscated.
The only thing he has is his really gaudy outfit that he put on while he was at the store, so that's what he's wearing. He doesn't have his old like dark. He did put his new leather vest armor on.
Yeah, no, I don't think I gave Modi anything. I think I only gave some to Emmy because she asked, and then the rest of it.
Oh, so maybe he just used his own.
You know, and then the rest of it she was saving for a drill, but they don't need that anymore. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right, so I'll go talk to Zin then and see how much you think it would take.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tagartha, you did see the huge copper dragon that then just reverted back to a humanoid form. Looks very similar to like Minerva, Zinesi, who else is? Oh, Modi. They have a very similar, a little bit of a glow to them almost. And he's kind of, he just turns back and begins to walk inside for some food. If you wanted to say something, up to you.
I was gonna follow him inside and be like, tap him on the shoulder and be like, hey, can we talk?
Yeah, of course. Anything for a fellow dragon.
Yeah, I noticed that before when you kind of, formed.
Yes.
So, question: Do you know anyone named Orem?
And as you say that, he kind of like pauses for a second and looks at you, and he's like, "How do you know that name?"
Well, he was the leader of the alliance I'm in.
Oh, yeah, I've definitely heard it. He's like you, gold, right? Gold.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. The ancient gold. Wow, you know Orem. Okay. Cool.
He kind of didn't really send me to find you, but he wants to know if you would come back with me to fight in our war.
What? Why?
Well, I don't really know. He we need more people. We need help.
That's fair. Who are you fighting? Like what's your enemy?
The Chromagene.
Let me see. Let me roll to see if he knows, if he's ever even heard of that.
Okay.
He's like, that's That's yeah, chromatic dragonborn, right?
Yes.
Oh,
You know,
boy.
the black, the red, the blue, the green.
So what you're saying is our own people are fighting each other?
Yes. You don't know that on our planet Acheron?
Well, I'm not never been to
Well,
Acheron.
that's where I'm from.
Oh, I'm from Arborea, toward the more celestial side of things over here.
Okay, well, so will you come with me?
I
really need
don't know,
help.
maybe.
We really need
give me a persuasion check.
Okay. Persuasion, you said?
Yeah.
A 6 plus 7. 11.
13.
That was a Jared moment.
Shout out to Jared. Cooper turns and he's like, I don't know that I really want to be getting involved in wars, you know, and these guys, they need my help too. So maybe I'll think about it. I'll let you know.
Well,
But-
please get back to me soon.
Yeah, I yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
Give me an insight check.
$17 plus 0. 17.
It seems as though Kubrick is kind of brushing you off at the moment. He doesn't seem like he doesn't want to go with you. But possibly with a little bit more persuasion, he's kind of teetering.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Maybe after we eat and
Yeah.
settle in.
Further talks. Sure. Modi comes up to you, Plonk. Hey, Plonk, do you need help setting anything up? It looks beautiful in here. A little rustic, but it's nice.
Yeah, well, it is a little rustic, but this is what we got.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Thank you. I think I got everything. We might need some help getting a fire started.
Oh, let me see. I don't think he's got fire. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, I meant like go collect wood and
Oh.
stuff.
I don't really have any ways of starting a fire, but I don't know if we got Emmy, we got Bernadette. There's some people that could probably start the fire. And as he says that, they walk in. I would say maybe like slightly stumbly, not. I wouldn't say sloshed by any means, but a little tipsy at this point.
Okay, well, we're gonna need wood for that fire too.
Firewood, yeah. All right. How far away am I going for that?
I like you look around at all of the like devastation and like the ruins of
I could probably just scrounge up some pieces from over here.
Yeah, can you just not use this stuff? And I'm gonna like at like the house.
All right. The little sheds then?
Yeah, that's fine.
Sure. And he goes over there. He's like trying to break off pieces of wood. This old man just trying to do that.
Okay, I'm gonna look around and ask Tagartha if he can go help him get the wood.
Sure.
Yeah, and you can start walking over, and he'll look. Oh, hey, I didn't catch your name earlier. I'm Odie.
I'm Tagartha. How are you?
Pleasure to meet you. You're very shiny. I like it.
And you're very small.
Well, I guess, but all right, sure. If I guess compared to you. So you guys can start picking up stuff. Zoxa, Cal, anything? Oh, Plonk, I believe you were bringing Zoxa to talk to someone, right?
Yeah, I was bringing Zoxa over like to the group of everything. I was going to introduce him to Tagartha and Cal.
Tagartha stepped away, but Cal's there for now.
Okay. I'm introducing you to Cal.
Awesome.
Thank you, Christina. I was hoping this would happen.
Mines.
I want
I've never seen one of your kind before. Well, that goes for you too. What happened to your wings? We're not going to talk about that. We go to someone else. This is stupid. Oh man.
This is what I wanted.
Yeah, I was waiting for this forever.
You gotta ask him
Exactly
something
what
that
I
you at
did
least
want.
need to write down. Come on, Zach. You gotta at least take notes about something.
Oh, he was already taking notes.
Oh yeah, the wings.
The second he was like, I've never seen any of your kind, he was just writing it down. Oh man.
Yeah, go ahead, continue. I'm sure Zox is intrigued by how he looks and everything.
Yes, he asks him how he looks at everything.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Oh god.
All right. Well, Plonk, you kind of bring Zoxa over to Cal and say, "All right, have fun," and then you continue to go like set everything up and do what you're doing.
Get to know each other. Great. And then I'm just gonna I'll start to bring everybody in and show them the stuff on the table.
Yeah. And Modi and Tagartha come back. It doesn't take very long, especially now that Tagartha is there and he's he's big and rip out pieces of the wood and make everyone makes their way back. And what are we doing with Tita's family? Titua brings them to the barn door, and Tita, your dad, is kind of standing there. And he's like, should we be coming in here, Tita?
Oh yeah, Plonk said it was fine.
Wonderful. If let us know if we're being a bother. We'll certainly leave. We don't want to eat your food. And you can see he looks so skinny already. He probably hasn't been eating a lot in prison. So
no, yeah, I will just kind of like shuffle them all to just go.
Do I hear them?
All coming in, yeah.
Like him saying we don't want to eat your food and stuff like that.
Make a perception check.
Okay. 16.
16. Okay. Yeah, I would say you probably do pick up most of that conversation.
Okay, I'll interrupt him and say, there's plenty for everyone.
Oh, that's really good news. Thank you. What is your name?
I'm Plonk, and then I'm gonna skip away.
Well, my name is okay.
It's like you look like Tita. You look like Tita.
And then she's gonna run away and be like, "That's because it's my dad."
You all begin to sit down to have a wonderful meal. Plonk, would you want to let us know what you have whipped up for everyone?
Yes. We have purple vine straws. So in the Feywild, we don't have strawberries and pineapple, stuff like that. All of the fruit, there is red fruit, blue fruit, green fruit, purple fruit, and that's how they all are. Whatever color they are, that's what they are called. So we have purple vine straws, which is the vines of the purple fruit, and shredded down to look almost like spaghetti noodles, but they're purple. And then we have flork meat.
Flork meat, ooh.
With stinky cheese on top. Think goat cheese and a fig stuffed with goat cheese wrapped in bacon.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah. And then mystery meat chili with mashed muscaters. And then wings of the corbel snatch, nice and crispy for everyone. And then I also got some green fruit juice for the alcoholic people. And but for the alcoholic people, I got moss infused juice.
I'm getting a bunch of that.
And I also grabbed some moss and some mushrooms and found a little bit of fairy dust.
There are some very powerful mushrooms in the Feywild, so many things that could happen here.
Tita is pumped.
Tita, you notice Titua reaching for the moss juice, the moss juice.
Oh, I'm gonna smack that little hand.
He's got like one of those like bends the opposite way praying mantis hands. That's like little like claw thingies that she's reaching out and just.
Yeah. I'm like, no, that's the grown-up juice.
Okay. You guys all begin to conversate. We'll get to any actual conversations that you'd like to have momentarily. But whose passive perception is 15 or higher?
Not I.
Minerva and Emmy, the two of you hear another ship approaching and landing. It doesn't sound nearly as loud as your ship or Bernadette's ship, but there's definitely, you can hear a ship coming in for a landing. And I will roll to see how well Morticia can land.
Minus 15.
What do we minus?
Mine is 15.
So then, yes, you would be able to hear it as well. Another ship approaching. But this, not a terrible landing, but definitely not a fantastic one. It looks as though the same thing maybe have happened to her ship, but she was able to pull up right at the last second and doesn't damage anything. It doesn't make a big divot in the ground like Kubrick, but she definitely impacts. It doesn't look like there's much damage, but the three of you that heard, it's up to you if you want to get up, go out and do anything. If not, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll get up and head out.
Yeah, you head out. Now, as you kind of open up the barn door, you can see a small 2-person shuttle. Looks like it might have one gun on it. And Morticia seems to be kind of stepping out, looking around, kind of observing from a distance the burnt, charred areas and kind of looking at the 2 destroyed ships that have crash landed.
Hey.
Hello.
Just in time for the feast. Come on.
Oh, this is wonderful. I'm quite hungry. Except I don't usually eat the type of food that you would.
Well, it's either that or be hungry. Your choice.
Very well. And she kind of nods. Is there meat?
I think I saw some fried looking thing. You'll have to ask our host. Come on.
Very well. Thank you. And yeah, she'll follow you in. You guys open up the barn door and her eyes go wide. She's like, you brought a lot of these prisoners back with you, no?
Yeah, well, a lot of them are a family of one of our friends, so of course.
Ooh. Well, I can definitely see the resemblance. And she kind of points over to Tita. Well, I can just, I don't want to interrupt. I can stay back here if you would like.
Oh, no, I mean, you should eat. I'll introduce you to our host. Maybe she can, find you something suitable, I guess. I'll bring Morticia over to Plonk.
Thank you. You can kind of bring her over. Yeah, and you bring her right over to Plonk.
Hey, Plonk. This is Morticia. She helped us escape from something a little while ago. New ally.
Slightly unnerving looking, very, very pale. She's got 2 sharp fangs, red eyes, dark hair, and she's dressed in all black leathers.
She's like more goth than Minerva.
Yeah. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. And she kind of bows a little bit to you. Minerva was telling me that it's possible you might have something for me to eat.
Oh yeah, nerves gone. Oh yeah, like that's all she's looking for is just food. Okay.
Is there by chance meat?
Yeah, I have I've got some chili with mashed mosquitoes.
What is a mosquito? Okay. There's
Yeah, it is.
but no, just meat.
What are the crispy things, Plonk? Is that meat?
Oh, that's the wings of the Corbel snatch.
This could work. And she goes in for one of them and begins to nibble.
They're nice and crispy.
Now, Minerva, I don't want to interrupt or waste any of your time, but I kind of want to iron out some details.
Okay.
When do you think we could leave to help my leader?
Are you on any sort of time frame?
Well, yes, as quickly as we can, of course. We are under siege constantly, and without him, I fear their morality will waver.
Okay. Well, I need to square a few things away with.
Oh, of course. Take the evening for sure.
Okay. I'll get back to you either later this evening or early tomorrow, I suppose.
Do you know, will it be just you and the cleric?
That's one of the things I have to figure out, I guess.
Very well. Well, then I will leave you to it. And again, thank you for your hospitality. And she kind of nods to you and Plonk together. And yeah, she'll sit down. She doesn't seem very talkative with many people. She's just kind of sitting by herself and eating. But yeah.
I want to go over to Zen, and I'm gonna just ask, how much do you think it's gonna take to fix the gunship? It looks pretty bad.
Aaron?
I would say, I'd say at this point, you haven't really had a chance to inspect it. So you're not really sure. If you'd like, you can make a basic intelligence check to kind of get an estimate, but you don't know for sure. It doesn't look good.
No, that's an 8.
Yeah. Judging by the damage that you heard and the exhaust and smoke that you saw, could be anywhere from 800 to 3,000 credits, somewhere in that range.
All right. Well, it's hard to say because I didn't really get a good look at it yet, but anywhere from 800 to 3,000.
Ooh, okay. When you get the chance to look at it, would you mind letting me know? I can help pay for it.
Sure.
All right, thanks.
I think Kubrick is probably sitting next to Zoxa at the moment. And Kubrick's like, so what, are you leaving with that Greyhound fella?
So it felt bad before, so I wrote a conversation. So Zox is going to go, oh, one minute, Kubrick, and turn to Cal and just hound him with questions. This is just, so this land of giant animals, just beastlands. What other species are there? All of them. And what are the agricultural traditions? Vegetables. You eat your own kind? No, we eat tall, thin, annoying blue people. Oh, amazing! Just writing down everything.
So Kubrick,
But then he'll turn to Kubrick.
Later on, after the first chorus and whatever, you're done asking him 1,000 questions. Kubrick will take the opportunity to just kind of, yeah. So, are you going to be leaving us with Greyhawd?
I have to. I need to see how bad my home is.
No, I get that. I haven't been back to Arborea in quite some time. I wouldn't mind getting back there at some point. But yeah, no, I get it. I get it. It sucks that you're leaving. Of everyone here, I don't really get along. I don't think it's much of a secret. I don't really get along with many of the people here. But you and Zin, if I don't know what I'm going to do if you go. And when you pull that out of your bag and put that on, Cooper, it's like his heart just, he's so excited. Like you see this joy. And he's just like, oh, you still have the hat. Oh, awesome.
Of course I do, Kubrick.
Oh, that's great. Well, you have something to always remember me by, and I'm sure, if I'm able to, I'll get out to the Vidalk and say hi sometime. Now that I can transform into a dragon whenever I want, hey, I can fly through astral space. So,
and if I take the information I've gained back, we will have space travel one day.
Yeah, then you can come visit me. That'd be great. Hey, that guy, and he points to the Dragonborn down at the end of the gold scales. He's like, he says he wants me to come with him for some kind of war against other dragons. I don't know. I guess I don't know. I'm kind of iffy on it.
Well, it is your own kind, right?
Kind of. Dragons and Dragonborn slightly different. Dragonborn are bipedal, kind of humanoid-like. Definitely not as powerful as us, for sure. But they're kin to us for sure. Yeah, he was saying something about Orem, which I don't know if you're familiar with the ancient gold dragon Orem, but he's quite a legend for us dragons. Apparently, he's there too.
I can't say I'm familiar, Kubrick.
I figured I'd give it a shot, but listen, all I know is if you're leaving and I'm stuck here, just me, Zin, and then the rest of them, I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I will take his offer.
Do I hear any of that?
I would say probably not, because you're kind of on the opposite side of the table.
Okay.
But yeah, the far end. But yeah, because he kind of pointed down to you. But yeah, he's kind of, you can see he's a little sullen. He's a little disappointed that you're leaving, but he gets it. Totally gets it. It's your home. You want to get back. He understands.
Well, we're even now, Kubrick. We've saved each other's lives.
All right. I'll take that. And he kind of goes for a handshake.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll give you a little handshake. Yeah, he'll continue to go eating. Anyone else? Anything?
As soon as he leaves, he's going to take off the hat. He's like, I hate this hat.
I for sure want to talk to Kubrick.
Yeah, you can definitely make your way over to him for. Yeah, he's just kind of, he's got some meat. He's eating some spoonfuls of chili.
Hey.
Hey.
Do you know what's in that? I haven't tried it yet.
Plonk was naming all kinds of things I've never heard of. Something about wings. I don't know. There's animals in it, I think, and as well as maybe fruits. I don't know. She was listing a bunch of stuff, and it just, after the first three things I didn't know, it just kind of over my head at that point.
That's fair.
It's good though. It's delicious. If you want to try some.
I think I'm good for now, but thank you. So, I mean, I know this was a while ago, but I haven't really gotten a chance to talk to you. And with everything that has happened, things are starting to fall into place, but I still have a question.
Yeah. What's your question?
When we got the news about Azazel, you seem really upset. Like really upset, like it was your problem. Not just because he was gone, but like you had some kind of personal stake in it.
Yeah.
And that's probably a really personal question. You don't have to share. I'm just.
No, it's fine. I can. Yeah, I'll let you in. So, long-winded story. I did something I wasn't supposed to be doing. A goddess got angry. She cursed me. I was stuck as this form for quite some time, and I became a pilot. I was moving freight planet to planet, and then out of nowhere, this being, this angel of sorts, came to me and said he could help lift my curse if I helped him first. And I jumped at that. Like, I'm already good at flying, so why not do this job and then I could be myself again. Then when he died, that kind of that option kind of disappeared for me. So wasn't too happy.
That makes sense. Well, I'm glad you found your own way around it then.
Yeah, people have told me it's a possibility. I never knew for sure if I had died and then come back if it was going to work, but I figured we were in pretty dire straits at that time, and I trust Zoxa. I thought I knew I could trust him to get me back on my feet, whether it worked or not. So, yeah, it worked. Don't get me wrong. I was very nervous to die. Very, very trepidation definitely set in. But in the end, we needed to get out of there.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure nobody's really pumped for it. Wow. Well, this is crazy.
Yeah. Now, what are you? You're sticking with us, right? You're going to be around.
I don't really know. I mean,
I know Zox is leaving, but why are you leaving?
I've never really figured out what I'm supposed to be doing. The reason I left home was to find things and explore, but
Hold on, Kayla, you're cutting out.
I don't know.
I caught almost nothing of that.
I've lost so much. I love it. It's great.
Yeah.
So she's just gonna say, like, well, I came here to explore and to find things, and I wasn't even planning on making it this far, and there's not a whole lot of people left that I feel connected to, and I kind of want to stay with my original group. I've lost too much already.
Yeah. Well, I can definitely understand that. I've been away from dragons for quite some time. I understand where you're coming from. So if you're leaving, then I guess I'm leaving too, because I'm not sticking around with, and he kind of points to Tita and Emmy. I'm not sticking with these two. They hate me. They hate me.
Do we hear? No, we don't hear him.
When he raises his voice, they hate me. You probably assume he's talking about you.
You're too busy ignoring him.
Yeah.
Rolls eyes on instinct.
Yeah.
Now, I guess I'll hang around until we get situated, and then I'll probably, maybe I will go with that dragon fella down there and see what's going on.
I still don't hear any of that, right?
Okay. So, anything else then that you would like to say? No, he's gonna go to kind of give you a hug if you're willing, kind of like the first step in for a hug. Yeah, and he'll give you kind of a hug, and I'm really gonna miss you. But hopefully again, like I said to Zoxa, hopefully our paths cross. I'm definitely mobile at this point. I can travel around, so maybe I'll come find you wherever you go.
I'd like that.
All right. Anything else? Anyone else have anything you'd like to say or do at the moment?
Hopefully I'm drinking with Emmy. That's all I hope.
Yeah, I just want to play some sweet music for everybody.
And I feel like Emmy, you're really digging, not in a way that you're interested in her, but you're definitely digging Balora's vibe. She just seems pretty cool, like just chill in general. And which you can see Bernadette is just, she is steaming. You can actually see steam rising off of from her ears and her
No, I
hair.
really do like her. I think that would go so well.
But I would say after dinner is kind of coming, the first course is over. One sec, Minerva. We'll get, there's plenty of time. We'll get back. But those with the 15 or higher perception, actually it would probably be less, 13 or higher if you have that. You hear just and if you want, you could look outside, any of the three of you.
Yeah.
Sure. See this massive, as you look out, just metallic box-like ship of sorts that has a huge drill on one end. There's like this other appendage that kind of sticks up and over the drill, and it looks like it has some kind of crystalline end. And just in his just regular mining clothes, you see Greyhod kind of just not stumble, but like step out slowly with his short legs and kind of onto the ground. Look around, and then you can see a few of the other dwarves behind him that start to kind of crawl down. Looks around, sees you guys over by the door, and starts to make his way toward you with the other dwarves.
Minerva will she'll turn around and she'll go back in and she'll say to Zoxa, "Think your ride's here."
Plonk is concerned with the amount of people showing up.
8 more folks just showed up. You got 7. They're all dwarves, but 7 of them are like Duragar, like the dark dwarves. And then there's one regular dwarf who seems to be leading the pack. Big beard, bald head, just real tall for a dwarf. Just kind of walking. He's got a spade, but it's not just a short spade. It's a long, almost like a spear length pole with like a spade on the end. And he's just kind of making his way up. If you're standing at the door, Plonk, he'll just kind of push you out of the way to go in, look around, move on over to Zoxa. But yeah, I mean, you would have gotten in there first. So if you want to let Zoxa know.
Yeah, no, I'll tell him that. And then like I'll just keep moving along though, because there's another thing that I want to do. But...
Yeah. So you let Zoxa know, and Greyhod just kind of goes over and he's just, you ready yet?
Allow me to say goodbye to these people. I may not see them again.
Hurry it up, would ya? Your ship's trashed, by the way.
Yes, I know. Thank you.
I'll be waiting outside.
And he just kind of goes and steps outside. The other dwarves are like eyeing the food on the table. Just like, You see the one with the eye patch? He's like, there's food up for grabs.
Plonk's like freaking out, like running around, like, I don't know how I'm gonna feed all of these people. Fair enough.
It's getting low, but there's a little bit left for sure.
I'll let them know that they can have some if they want.
Sure. Yeah. As soon as you give them the okay, just see dwarven hand, like thick meaty hands just going into all the food, grabbing stuff, and they start eating it. Before you get your goodbye, Zox, I want to see what Minerva has to say here. So what do you got going on, Minerva?
Yeah. I wanted to. I mean, maybe she'll do this later, but I just wanted to say that like she's gonna set some food aside on a different plate and she's gonna bring that to Nolg because I don't think she came out.
Oh, yeah, Nolg did not come out.
Yeah.
All right, so you can bring that to Nolg. And at this point, I would say that Zoxa, you got to say your goodbyes. Greyhod's waiting for you.
So he's gonna start with Zanesi.
Sure.
And he'll just look at her and just. I know you're usually with Minerva, and I know you're the only other smart one in this bunch. So I need you to keep her out of trouble. I won't be around to do it anymore.
Aw, Dad.
And then like go for a handshake because he doesn't hug.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So
Yep.
she'll handshake you back, I guess, and be like, that was the plan anyway. I'll take good care of her.
Okay.
Let's see. Then Emmy's next. So he'll approach Emmy, and I don't know. I'm not going in any particular order. He'll approach Emmy and thank you for all the times you've saved my behind.
I understand. Yeah, and right back at you. I'm not sure that I never really saved your behind. But I will thank you for being my friend.
Agreed. And he will hand back to you the journal you gave him, filled with all of his information.
All the notes he took and everything. Nice.
I won't be around to keep the notes for you. I hope these will suffice.
She's gonna cry a little, but it's gonna look like steam. Really, actually be tears.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Again, he goes for the handshake.
She's gonna do it ever so. She's gonna think about going right in for the handshake and then be ever so gentle with him.
Okay.
But the two-hand handshake. The
hand over hand. Wow.
Handshake.
All right. Who's next, Zoxa?
Next is Tita. Go up to him. I'm glad I could get you back to your family. Or all of us could. And now I need to go back and get to mine.
What? So I lost like 2 friends today? I'm still thinking about the pickaxe. I'm so sad.
Zoxa's honored you. You hold him comparable to your pickaxe in usefulness.
Great.
And he'll say, "You were the strongest out of all of us. Keep staying strong." And go out for a handshake.
I'll be like, you were the bluest of all of us. And then I will kind of like smack his hand out of the way and hug him, and there's no way he's getting out of it because I have 4 arms.
Yep. And Zoxa is super weak and he has disadvantage on ability checks right now.
Yeah.
There's no way he's getting out of your clutches.
Okay, so I'm gonna hug him with all 4 of my arms, squeeze just a little bit.
Yes. Okay.
You will be missed, Crane.
As will you.
Okay, then I'll just. Yeah.
Then next is Plonk. Just walk up and I know I just got back, but I have to leave again.
You're leaving?
You're home here too. I have to get home.
Yeah, I guess I understand.
Take care of them all.
Okay. I really am sorry that I didn't get to say goodbye when I had to leave before.
It's all right. We'll say goodbye now.
Quick hug.
All right. Moving on.
And Minerva. He'll walk up to this one. This is the one he didn't want to do.
Oh my God, Mom and Dad
Walk
are
up.
breaking up.
And kind of stand there for a second and not really know what to say. And just, I'm not going to be able to save you anymore. I can't keep you out of trouble.
You have come to my assistance far more times than you should have needed to. And I understand that, you know, I maybe wanted to be the one to see you home, but I was a liability on your way to get there. So I'm glad you found another way, and I know if anyone can help your planet, it's you. Thank you.
I still wouldn't be standing here if it wasn't for you.
Same can be said for me. I'll try to take better care of myself now that you're gonna be gone. I really will try.
That's all I ever wanted.
Are you ready yet?
He'll go in for the hug from Minerva.
Oh.
Yeah, she'll hug.
And then immediately stop. You're like, don't tell anyone I did that.
It'll be our secret. Good luck.
All right.
You too. And then he'll go. He'll go and definitely go and shake Modi's hand.
So, what is this? And he throws your hand aside. Big hug. I'm gonna miss you.
Everyone.
You're a good shopping buddy, I'll tell you that.
As are you.
Okay.
And
Anything
then,
else, sir?
Kubrick, he'll
Tip the hat. Kubrick will do the same.
Tip his hat. And then he'll head out with Greyhound.
Okay. Zoxa walks away from you all and steps into this large. What's up?
Sad Hulk music in the back.
Yeah.
Yep. And you see him kind of step into this large mechanical machine of some sort. Greyhawd kind of stumbles in behind him. The other dwarves get inside and take off without a hitch. On they go. And now we're coming to the final goodbyes of the evening, as Morticia is like, well, if you would like to, Minerva, let me know who will be coming with us, and then maybe we can prepare to go.
Give me a moment.
Of course.
She'll like she'll take Tita and Emmy and Zanesi and Modi aside, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
what's wrong, man?
Yeah, not you too.
I'm trying to figure out how to. She's still kind of like really like shook from like actually getting a hug from Zoxa. So she's like, this is maybe the most emotional she's like been, if an emotion hasn't been like anger from her.
Yeah.
Can I stop my feet? I'm like, just say it already.
Yeah.
I have to go too.
What?
Yeah. I thought maybe telling you all together would work better than individually going around and saying goodbye, because I don't know.
Well, if you're going somewhere, I'm going with you.
what he said.
I can't ask either of you to do that.
You're not asking, I'm offering.
You're not asking, I'm going, and I'm not even asking you, so take that.
What she said.
That was just so cute.
All right, well, I won't make your bad decisions for you then, in the words of Emmy.
Oh, speaking of which, Emmy, you got that magical ability, right? You can do things with magic.
Sometimes I've been known to do things.
Yeah, you could probably use this then. And he holds out that wand that he cast the fireball with.
Oh, snap.
Oh God, that's such a great and awful idea.
It's a little unpredictable, but I think it might help you in your journeys.
What a brilliant and stupid thing to give to Emmy. She's gonna bite her lip and she's gonna put her hand on his shoulder. You really get me, man.
He'll give you a hug. Going for the hug.
And then I'm gonna tell them all, I'm gonna try and tell them all, listen, this doesn't have to be goodbye. This just has to be, we'll see you soon.
Right, and I have this, and he pulls out the sending stone. Tita, you still have the other half, right?
Do I? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it on my couch.
Yeah, we can always communicate with each other from wherever we are, if need be.
Okay, well, Modi's in since I'm stuck with you two.
Wow, all right.
I feel like I'm gonna interrupt and be like, will you be stuck with me too if we hadn't stumbled upon, and then I'm gonna point to like my entire family.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, no offense, but I feel like I gotta find out what this is all happening. What's going on.
I know. But I know that the gun still needs repairs. Tita, I'd still like to give you some money for that if I can.
I will, I guess, take my chip out.
Yeah.
And boop.
Yeah, and since I don't know that Tita actually has a shit ton of money.
I've spent a bit, but I still do have a little.
And since Zin was like, this could be anywhere from like 800 to 3,000, I'll give the most generous amount that I can give, which will be 1,000.
Okay.
And then
Morticia, she kind of like looks from a distance, not to interrupt, but she looks like she has something to say.
Yeah. I'll just be a few more moments.
Of course. Just one minor detail. If they are planning on coming, we may need another ship because mine holds 2.
That's okay. We have another smaller transport pod we could use.
Yeah, we can use my pod. It's not a problem.
All right, so I guess I have less goodbyes than I thought I'd have to give. But she'll turn to Emmy first, and she'll just say, "It's been a real honor flying with you, Captain. Thank you for that, and for every time you've saved my ass too, because it's been quite a few."
Emmy's gonna put again her hand on Minerva's shoulder, and she's gonna say, "Listen, kid, you look really good without the mask." And she's gonna wink at her and say again, "Risk being seen in all of your glory," and then just shimmy back away so nobody really sees her crying.
That maybe makes Minerva tear up a little, but you don't see it.
Why not? There's no mask covering it.
Yeah, but still, you don't see it. If you saw it, you didn't.
Well, I'm still right there. I'm just gonna like probably just hug you because you're already tearing, and now I'm tearing.
No, I'll give Tita a huge hug.
And Modi will also come over and give Tita a hug. He'll give Emmy a hug. He'll just go around and give hugs to everyone that's in this group saying goodbye.
I will, during my hug, I guess, kind of whisper, You're not gonna have us to keep saving you, so try to keep your ass out of trouble.
I've already promised a couple people that I would try.
Well, promise another one.
I'm
Okay.
just gonna say, no, take risks. You're good at it.
I promise I will take the most calculated of risks. There, compromise.
I think Zaxa would be pretty proud of that response.
And then I also want to say to Tita, I know that I haven't always been, part of all your shenanigans and stuff, but thanks for making me laugh. I haven't done that in a bit, and yeah, thank you.
I guess you're welcome.
All right, Zin, is there anything that you want to say?
I don't know. She'll probably look at Emmy and, be like, I know we don't really mesh well, but thanks for having my back.
Can Emmy just go shh, shh, like right up to the mouth and just give a hug?
Yeah.
Give a pat.
Plonk, I will say that you're enjoying yourself with everyone, but you notice that there's this group of everyone and they seem to be hugging and it looks like maybe goodbyes.
Yeah, I was gonna go right over to Plonk after. Plonk is like the one who I wanted to have like, I don't know. I was
alone time.
Well, Minerva, with your passive perception, you see Plonk kind of meandering over to you.
Yeah. So I'll go over to her and I'll just say, I need to be heading out too now.
Go look at you with her huge eyes, and you just see one tear come down.
The quivering lip.
Yeah.
I know, and like she'll like, not knowing if Plonk wants this, she'll just like open her arms for the hug and let Plonk do with that what she will. And then while she's hugging you, she's just gonna say, like, again, I'm so proud of you. I can't even tell you how proud I am of you, and I'm glad that you've been safe, and I hope that you keep staying safe. And I want to thank you for the memories you've given me, and I can't tell you how much it means to have those.
Punk's just crying. That's it.
That's okay. She'll stroke your hair a little bit while you're crying.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well, if there is nothing else, Morticia and Modi will combine their two ships, get everything prepped. Kind of have to drag Nulgatine with you, but you're able to get her on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of you who are left watch as Minerva, Zanesi, Modi. Oh yes, Zanesi. Go ahead.
I just want to say before I go, I definitely go back in our ship and grab Anla's shield. I want that.
Okay. Yeah, and I will say that the two of you grab all of your stuff from the ship. Your tools, Zin, your supplies, your weapons, whatever you have, you can absolutely grab before you head out.
I just remembered
Mm-hmm.
that I want to give Minerva all of the stuff from the shrine.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Bag of stuff.
Yeah, so I want to take like all of the stuff from the shrine and give it to her before she leaves.
Okay.
It's almost like she's like getting on the ship and you just see like this small purple blob like, wait!
Zin, it looked like you had something to say.
I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with the remains of the cannon I was making.
Well, the cannon is being built onto Modi's pod, which is coming with you. So you can continue working on it as you go.
Oh, and
Lovely.
right before I like get on the ship, like as we're like walking over, I'm gonna, stop by Kubrick, hold my hand out, and say, "You're a lot of things, Kubrick, but I couldn't have asked for a better pilot."
And I gotta say, it's kind of a likewise situation with you as a boss. I've never really had a boss, I guess, besides Azazel, and I always figured they would be annoying, daunting, but you're not half bad. And he kind of gives you like the little fake punch to the shoulder.
Well, I don't know. Never thought I'd be a boss either, but at least hopefully I wasn't like Azazel, but that's a gripe for another time.
Yeah. And yeah, he'll kind of tip his hat to you and Zin, Modi.
Yeah. I know I already kind of said goodbye to him, but I just want to say thanks for being a friend.
Likewise, they were few and far between with this group.
This is to you too.
So you all watch as your friends, Minerva, Zanesi, Modi, Nulgatame, and Morticia begin to take off in their two connected ships. And as the rest of you kind of look around at one another, that's where we're going to end the crossover episode. Wow, guys. Woo, it was long. I apologize for how long. We got through it all, and awesome job, guys. Fantastic.
Oh my God, we never did our little Brady Bunch thing.
Oh, the Brady Bunch screen. Well, just so you know, it's me at the top center, Christina top left, Minerva top right, Zanesi far middle right, Tita middle left, Emmy bottom left, Zaxa bottom middle, and Tagartha far bottom right. So if we all want to wave to each, oh no, I gotta go down.
I don't know which way I need to go.
Middle left, so do I have to wave this way or this way?
I don't know what way I need to go.
That did not work.
Minerva, you need to go down and to your right.
I can go up and down.
Oh my God. All right, that's enough of that ridiculousness. Thank you all so much for watching. This is not, well, hopefully not Priya and Kayla's last time. If we can, we're going to try to do a one shot to see what happens with them after, if we have some time. If not, oh well. But yeah, we're going to be picking up with The Adventures of Plonk, episode 9 this coming Wednesday. So definitely don't miss it, because it's going to kind of be a continuation of this. So we'll see you then. Thanks for watching.
Bye.